Hello everyone and welcome to the Capcom Play UK stream. Well, this is going to be an impromptu stream, but we're going to be playing some online sets, doing something a little bit different due to worldwide circumstances. I'm going to be your host tonight, Jamerz, and the commentator as well, because we're going to have some online sets with some extremely strong players around Europe. And of course, we're going to be talking about some various topics as well, having the games in the background, doing some commentary. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this little stream we're providing for you, because it's been a little while since we've done something here in the UK. Now, some of the players we've got lined up for you tonight. So we've got MDZ Jimmy from Germany, very consistent streamer. It's good to have him down. He's going to be joining us. We've got Broski, we've got Boltstrike, we've got Problem X, Evo champion for 2018. We got Hurricane, another strong player. I'd probably say top 3 players in the UK. We've got Gunslinger, we've got 4Phillz. You guys should know him from his stream. But yeah, we're going to be we have a lot of strong UK players here, and we've got Will2Pac tonight. I've just got word we've got Will2Pac going to be joining us tonight as well. Like I said, they're going to be online sets. I believe we might be doing first to 2s, first to 3s to roll it through, and then there's a couple of things to talk about, because there's quite a couple of things that happened for Street Fighter 5 in recent days. New changes for the characters, unexpected changes actually, new costumes for Gil and Lucia, obviously certain things happening with the CPT. There's quite a few things to roll through. I do have the stream chat. My Twitter is available. So guys, if you do want to let me know something personally, I can read it off the chat, or I can see it off my Twitter account. But we're going to get the players ready for you right now. I believe we're going to have MDZ Jimmy and 4Phillz going up first, just to get the ball rolling. A matchup that you rarely see, but hopefully you guys learn something new just as much as I have, because Ryu got some interesting changes, this new version, and then Falk got a very interesting change to a standing hard kick and her target combo. So we're going to be seeing that. And of course, shout out to the visual platform team putting this together, as well as Logan Sama and the Street Rider. They're not here. This is not replacing Winner Stays On that usually happens on the Tuesday. This is just something we whipped up together, because like I said, to reiterate, it's been a little while since we've done something for you guys on Capcom Fighters, and we don't want to leave this channel blank for too long. So let me see what we've got here. Okay, so I've got the chat in front of me right now, so I can see what you guys are saying. And of course, shout out to all the players as well that have been cooperating with us tonight, because this was very last minute, and we didn't want to just impede on everybody's schedules too hard. But they're cooperating with us, and we're going to see how this goes. This is kind of like a little experiment to see if we should do this in the future, because right now in 2020 everyone's a content creator, and Capcom Fighters doesn't mean left out of the running. So we're going to be providing some content for you guys as well. Now I want to know, first and foremost, I've got something very important to say. So if you haven't been following Capcom Fighters, or you haven't been following the news in general, this is very important. So I believe, as far as I'm aware, there's not going to be a first half of the CPT. So 2020 A season, it's not happening because of the worldwide issues, the pandemic that's happening with COVID-19, aka the coronavirus. There you guys on the streams. If you haven't seen this this tweet that they put out, or this message, it is here. So currently, the novel coronavirus COVID-19 is projected to continue for several more months or longer across the world. And in light of this situation, and considering the health and well-being of our players, staff, and visitors, all tournament schedules to be held in the first half of the 2020 Capcom Pro Tour, the CPT season, have been removed from the schedule. They do apologize with any convenience or inconvenience that this may cause the players, fans, tournament operators, and production teams. The second half is still scheduled to resume, but that is in the best possible scenario that this pandemic will stop. But we do not know that. But we will continue to monitor novel coronavirus, COVID-19, the situation, and will adjust the schedule and rules accordingly. We will continue preparations so that CPT can be implemented fairly and safely. Thank you to the stream team in the back for bringing up that tweet. And again, like I said, if you haven't seen it, you should know now. This is everywhere. This is a worldwide issue. This is something to not be ignored. So, stay clean, stay safe, and have fun. That's all I've got to say. Now, we're going to jump straight into the games. So we're going to have up first Ryu versus Falk, Mad, MDZ Jimmy going up against the 4Phillz. These two are some of the most consistent streamers on Street Fighter 5 right now. So it's actually very good to see these guys up and playing. Now, also as well, they did some adjustments to the matchmaking system for Street Fighter 5. And I think some people have got confused between the netcode and the matchmaking system. Now, I believe you can find games faster. I'm not sure if the netcode itself has changed. I haven't been online in a little while, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys will inform me in the chat or inform me on Twitter. But let us kick things off with MDZ Jimmy and 4Phillz. So this matchup here, I imagine is fairly decent for Falk. She's got all the tools to combat Ryu's neutral, but Ryu hits like a tank. Things have changed for him. I believe they made his V skill 2 a little bit better. I believe the first hit crumples the opponent. Now that's a very recent change that happened on the 24th of March. But yeah, Falk has got like a plethora of tools to circumvent the fireballs, like the Psycho Kanonen, the low shot, and he's obviously 4Phillz has picked V-Trigger 1 here just to play itself and solidify his dominance in the fireball game. Gets the throw. And he's going to do Psycho Jaeger, and there's the V-Trigger 1 is going to disappear. Jimmy's still got V-Trigger 1 available, and I completely agree with the change they gave to reuse V-Trigger 1. Just give it a time instead of like consumption, because it just wasn't threatening back in the previous season, so it's good that what they've changed about it now. It looks like he's gone with V-Skill 1 here as well. Playing it safe, it's a very consistent V-Skill. I mean, Ryu's got too many parries, and this is one of the better parries of his parrying arsenal. And no anti-air there with the Psycho Schneider from 4Phillz. He missed his chance. And then Jimmy playing very aggressive. I think Jimmy has said on his stream that against some of the zoners, he might need to go in a little bit more and just kind of assert that dominance and make sure that the zoners don't completely control the match. And just a jump back light kick there. I know the jump back option select is no longer a thing. So, alright, he's going to do EX down kick into the Tatsu. Going to get some Oki here. And wake up buttons did not believe in the meaty. So that's why I think that's a very good wake up short there. I'm kind of playing on the mind that he has an invincible reversal. 4-frame super, EX Psycho Schneider there. Hence why the wake up button came from 4Phillz. And there we go. He's not going to spend the meat on the CA yet. Next hit from a Fierce will do it. But he's going to do Psycho Kugel into the CA. And he's not dead though, Jimmy. So I don't know if he's going to do the Ryu special and somehow sweep activate. Or is he going to do a raw activate into CA from here? Just waiting for his moment. Hopefully 4Phillz. Oh, Jimmy! Ah! What? No. What was that? What? Nah, you can't start the stream off like that. Hold on, no. Oh, please tell me it just ended the game. No way. Oh my God. Not today. Not today. Oh, please. I do apologize for that. I can't control it. I've literally got something else. I haven't got an arcade stick in my hands. But I did not expect that. Please don't. That was sick though. Did you all see the whiff punish? Tell me you all saw the whiff punish at home. I'm seeing the chat blow up right now. But, oh no. That is insane. Well, I didn't want that for the first game. I did not want that for the first game. But that was absolutely nuts. Oh my God. The thing is, he got the crouch fierce. He caught the forward hard punches hurt box, right? And then he got the activation, done stand hard kick. That was going to be an immediate light kick Tatsu super. I don't even know if that was going to kill because of the activation. But that kind of sucked. That definitely sucked. You do not want that for the first game. I don't think that was a rage quit. I actually don't think that was a rage quit. But look, this is better than nothing because we're trying to provide some content for you. It's just that this was out of the realms of possibility. I can't control it, nor could the gods, the streaming gods behind me, the guys setting up the lobby. It might be something between the players. I don't know. It might be a connectivity issue, but we're going to get back into this. I can't stop laughing because that was terrible. Oh my God. So have we got, I'm trying to figure out, I've got a screen in front of me here. So do forgive me if I'm looking up here as well, but that's really unfortunate, especially for the first game here. And you have to remember, you're going to have to bear with everyone on this because there's going to be a lot more people like playing games, not just Street Fighter 5, but just games in general, online, the PvP stuff, because of the coronavirus. And everyone's just trying to get some games and have some fun. But I was definitely not expecting that. That was definitely Jamerz. That was not me. That was not me. But hopefully everyone in the chat is good and healthy and you guys are enjoying resting or planning your futures for the remainder of the year because it has pretty much hit its toll. Honestly, I've got to say, it's a thing where no one was expecting this and we've got to do something about it. Obviously, like I said, stay clean, stay safe, have fun with what you're doing as well. Only go outside if need be, but other than that, stay inside. And again, I believe Capcom have tried to sort out just matchmaking issues, netcode issues as well. I think the one they did back in February tried to adjust it or something like that. So it's like right now, I don't know. I don't know because I haven't actually looked specifically at what the matchmaking or what the update was. Do you know what I'll do? Because I'm talking about me not doing it. Let me go and look. And we'll do it. I'm not an expert on this stuff with netcode, ping, and whatever. I just know what a good connection is and a bad connection is. That's all I really need to know. But again, let me just hold that. So I believe right now in my ear, I'm being told they're trying to reorganize the lobby, get things sorted with the players. So we do apologize. Please be patient. Thank you very much. Rip to the first match? I think so. It might be ripped to the first match, but it looks like we're just going to load things up again. Guys, I've been wondering, because some of the changes that have actually happened with the characters, right? So I believe Abigail got toned down. As I find this matchmaking thing, I believe Abigail got toned down a bit. Falk got a slight buff. Can anybody educate me on what this adjusted the hitbox inwards mean? Does that mean the hitboxes are closer to the character? I don't know why. That's a very weird change, but it seems okay. So I've got the character changes up in front of me right now. So that's a very interesting change. I don't know why they brought this about, to be honest with you. But again, that's probably something Capcom noticed with a lot of the characters and watching the game being played competitively. But this extended the hitbox inward thing, I'm not too sure what it does for the characters. I do know some of the other changes, but that one just really bugs me. Right, okay. So let me pick up. Where is this tweet? Okay, so let me clear my throat. So hey fighters, a new update is now live. This was done on the 24th of March, by the way. This update includes adjustments to the matchmaking settings for ranked casual matches based on the response speed and distance from opponents, which improves the quality of 5-bar matches. So I'm guessing the frequency of finding matches is a lot better or a lot smoother, and depending on your connection speed, it's trying to find the closest person with that similar internet speed as well. I'm assuming that's what it means. They didn't mention anything about the netcode. They just said you'll find games faster. So if you play people with a good connection, it should still be good. If you play people with a bad connection, I don't think it's going to improve anything. So I think that's what it means. Don't take my word for gospel, but that is what I'm reading here. I haven't completely gone into it, but that's the main tweet that's gone on the Street Fighter account. Right. And again, bear with me. The hitboxes still reach as far as they always did. So I don't think they changed the hitboxes, hurtboxes for the move normally. I just think they've done something that has it closer to the character. So it's a thing. I mean, this happened with like all of Boxer's normals, a lot of them. I think Birdie got a couple of cool changes. I think they've done something with EX Ballhead, or the regular version can cancel into Chewing Gum, the V-Trigger, sorry, the V-Skill 2. It extended the hitbox inward thing, happened with Blanca. They've done it with Cammy. Some very interesting changes. Oh, Dowson's got a cool change. V-Skill 2 as well as V-Skill 1 can be cancelled into on whip. That's regarding EX Yoga Gate. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. And then obviously Falk, the changes with the standing hard kick. Like the hitbox is a lot better now, so it can connect against crouches. I believe that's standing hard kick by itself as well as from its new target combo. The one that was regarding V-Skill 2. I could be completely wrong. It's been a little while since I've played a bit of Falk. But again, like I said, thank you for your patience. So we were having a match or a set between MDZ Jimmy, you know, well-known streamer from Germany, and 4Phillz, very consistent streamer, young player, probably one of the best players in the UK currently. They were having a set. Jimmy did something sick, and then, I don't know, the CFN gods might have played a part, or somebody rage quit. I highly doubt it was the latter. It might have been the former. But we might resume with those two, or we might swap the players around. We'll see. But like I said, we do have Hurricane here with us. We've got Boltstrike, we've got Problem X, we've got Gunslinger, 4Phillz, Will2Pac, Broski, and MDZ Jimmy. Personal shout-outs to Afro saying he was going to join us tonight because he's another up-and-coming strong player in the UK, but I believe he was having issues at home. I'm not exactly sure with what, but hopefully he's okay, and hopefully be able to join us next time we do this. Right, yes, we're back. We are live. Again, thank you for your patience. I find myself repeating it. Now, what? I didn't see the players. Did we get the same players or did we rotate? I want to find out if we rotated again. But shout out to everyone that joined us tonight. It has been a little while since some content has been, or something has been on the Capcom Fighters channel. And as the first half of this season has been pretty much like removed from the circuit overall for the Capcom Pro Tour, there's got to be other means of content on the channel. Not just us, but community members themselves. And a lot of community members have stepped up and they are doing their own thing, providing content for you guys so you stay entertained. Because look, your weekend Street Fighter has kind of disappeared now for a little while. So there's got to be other things to fill the gap. Okay, so we are back with 4Phillz going up against MDZ Jimmy. Hopefully they can keep that momentum going because that first game was looking like it was going somewhere. That first game was definitely looking like it can go somewhere. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, so they're just going to go with the same costumes anyway. All right, hopefully we don't get that problem again. If we do get that problem again, I think we're going to have to change the players. That'll probably be the safest thing to do. But it's looking good for Jimmy right now. No activation yet. There it is. Super activate. Let's see how 4Phillz handles this. Since he's in V-Trigger himself, he can actually respond to that good jump. That was a very good reactionary jump to the Psycho Jaeger. You'll be very careful when you're jumping back with Falk because your opponent can actually time their jump, especially in reaction to the jump shot. So despite Falk having the tools, and I know she got a health buff and a stun buff as well, but again, reuse damage output is extremely high. But so is Falk's. Falk's is nothing to disrespect either. So. Alright, 4Phillz playing a very calm game right now. EX Fireball, and up close, that is a very good tool. Super quick, can catch you off guard, get a knockdown, grant reuse some Oki. So you can definitely take advantage of the fact that you can use EX Fireball up close. Alright, he's relying on the jump-ins quite often now, Jimmy, so I think he needs to be very careful. I know he's probably exploited the fact that 4Phillz hasn't been anti-airing, but he needs to be careful because you don't want to give 4Phillz that free damage there. Wake up buttons with the standing jab. That's the counter hit conversion. Gotta go for the basic frame trap there. The stand like it is a +3 on block, going into the stand medium, which is 6 frames. There's the Psycho Panzer. He woke up with CA, and he's not dead. Oh, wait, could he have done a Tatsu from that? I'm not sure if Jimmy could have done a Tatsu from that. That would have been can he get that? If you trade with this CA, can he get a Tatsu off of that? Well, either way, it's 1-0 to Jimmy, I believe. Not 1-1. It should be 1-0 to MDZ Jimmy. As I pull up these things right here. So yeah, right now I believe Street Fighter 5 is in a very good state in terms of character balancing. I think people still haven't kind of settled on the top 5 yet. I think there's 2 or 3 consistent characters in people's top 5, but like an overall top 5, don't think people have decided yet. These 2 characters aren't in the top 5, not implying that, but. Alright, gets the forward throw. And another forward throw here. Look at that, he's trying to get away. He tried to do a down forward hard kick there. Probably catching Jimmy doing a delayed tech. No dice, another throw here. Falk's corner game isn't the greatest, but it's like, because there's a lot of like gimmicks as part of it, but it's like once you kind of get the opponent to respect you, it's actually pretty threatening. She is susceptible to V-reversal, so I probably want to see Jimmy do a couple of V-reversals before he gets the V-trigger. Alright. Trying to throw those fireballs. Yeah, when Ryu's full screen and you're throwing fireballs, it's a really extremely easy ride for Falk. She can just use V-Skill 1, absorb the fireball, build some V-meter, do the low shot right under the fireball. She's got too many tools to combat Hadouken from full screen. So Jimmy's going to have to find a way to close the gap. And he doesn't want to do it by jumping just yet. There's the sweeper to activate again. EX Psycho Schneider. Get off me, please. Alright, there we go. Jimmy's jumping down. I think 4Phillz has clocked onto it as well. There's the parry, and that was probably not a good shout from there. And then that is going to kill him off the crush counter. Forward hard punch into Psycho Panzer. And that's going to be... Is that 1-1? That should be 1-1. Is it 2-1 or 1-1? I don't know if the scores have changed. Alright. Yes, guys, don't worry. I can see the chat. I've got it right next to me. But I've got this screen here. I've got another screen next to me looking at the game. And I'm making sure I've got my eyes on you. So my eyes might be drifting all over the place. But as long as you guys can see me and you guys are enjoying the show, we can get on with having some GGs. All right. So jump back into the game there. So one apiece between these two. And then throwing the fireball again. This range, 4Phillz has got to be very careful. I know he's using the low shot. Lovely walk under to punish the landing frames. And then Jimmy, I think he used the light Shoryuken there. So let's see, he does that good whiff punish. Into the Kugel. Not a lot of damage. I feel if you're not going to go into EX Catapult, like 4Phillz with punish game, isn't that strong. It's not that strong without meter. That's probably what I should be saying. Good anti-air again. But this is the thing, that like the aim of the game is for how Jimmy's going to approach the character. And he's doing it in a very responsive way to 4Phillz neutral game. Because obviously 4Phillz can dictate the neutral against the Shotos. She does pretty well against all of them, to be fair. And there you go, the Tatsu. That was big damage. That was like 25%. Damn, and he caught Phil's Tekken as well. And Ryu's got one of the fastest dashes in the game. So you are definitely not reacting to the dash. You react to what happens after the dash. 4Phillz got super. Next hit will probably win in the game. He looks like he's trying to go into Kugel safely. And there it is. Nice crouching medium punch. Thought that button wasn't as good as it was back in Season 1. And again, he was looking for it. Jimmy clocked on to what 4Phillz was looking for on the ground. Too heavily reliant on the ground game. Expected Jimmy to whip a button on the ground, but he said, I'll take to the skies. And this is it. When you're playing characters like 4Phillz, you've really got to keep an eye on the aerial approach from the characters. They're jumping all the time. Well, I wouldn't say all the time, but I'd probably say 60-70% of the time. So you play on the ground, you're trying to focus on the air. Good crush counter follow up there. Goes to the safe jump. I'm pretty sure that probably would have blocked to the EX Psycho Schneider. Probably not her super, because it's 4-frame startup, but because I believe 4Phillz super actually kind of counters a lot of safe jumps. Big damage here for Jimmy. Back in the corner, trying to do wake-up buttons, or not wake-up buttons, buttons on defense. Not believing in Jimmy's frame traps here, 4Phillz is. And another delay tech. He is very lucky to get out of that. There you go, he's got back to the mid-screen, gets a forward throw. And 4Phillz needs that hit again. Maybe he might clock onto Jimmy, might try and jump now. So if he's ready with Psycho Schneider anti-air and cancel into the CA, he might actually win the round. Okay, Jimmy jumped out the corner. And Jimmy can look for chip. Maybe if 4Phillz throws a fireball, he can he can probably just do super. Hopefully 4Phillz doesn't low profile it, but and that's gonna be the round. 4Phillz getting that confirm off the stand medium kick. And that is super easy to do, by the way. You literally just hold the button and keep pressing stand medium kick, hoping or making sure that it doesn't whiff or get whiff punished. You just let go. If it's blocked, Psycho Kugel's safe. +2 on block, and obviously if it hits, you've got plenty of time to go into the CA. All right, there we go. Let's see who's going to get the edge in the set right now. Neutral jump in. It's a good choice, but you've got to be careful as well after the fireball. Lovely jump there. Got the read, but he couldn't get the follow-up in time. And the backdash there from 4Phillz. 4Phillz is trying to just generate enough space so he can comfortably play the neutral game without being overwhelmed by Jimmy's offense right now. Because Jimmy has actually decent offense with Ryu. I'm not going to lie to you about that. And again, just waiting for that jump. 4Phillz might have to adjust his spacing so he can at least get anti-air damage and secure a more, definitive life lead here. I think he's only got it slightly. Good V reversal. A crouch medium, and again, he might be looking for it. 4Phillz really trying not to rely on EX Psycho Schneider at the moment. Oh, he's going to activate. Just get that block string. That looked like a true block string. Definitely looked like a true block string. And he parried everything, but he couldn't get a confirmation into super. Probably didn't want to spend it there, which was a wise choice. And you get no more V meter here. 4-4 I don't think he's going to get another one this time. 25 seconds on the clock. Let's see who's going to confirm into their super. Jimmy has still got CA, so he might be looking for what? Yeah, he's looking for it again. He's waiting for 4Phillz to whiff a forward hard punch. He's walking into that range and walking out, and if a forward fierce comes out from 4Phillz, he's going to do crouch fierce. But now he hasn't got enough time. Let's see if he can get the chip. Someone's going to chip somebody else. Okay. This is going to be... Yo, that's it. Jimmy's got the game. And there you have it. That's a big risk. I feel against how Jimmy's handled the air down medium kick. That's a big risk against Jimmy. He's been consistent with the crouching medium punches or the EX Shoryukens. So when 4Phillz tried to take to that option, he just literally stayed on or in the middle, just plummeted straight down. I think he should have probably tried to adjust it, but then that might have been easier for Jimmy to get the anti-air Shoryuken. So either way, when he jumped, he was pretty much just setting up free damage for Jimmy in some way, shape, or form. So it is 2 apiece, I believe. Let's see who's going to take the last game. So we are doing first to 3s, I believe. and the winner will stay on. The winner will stay on. Is this a tournament? No, it's not. We just got we got a couple of players. We've got about 8-9 players with us, and they're going to be doing first of 3 sets online because we're providing some content for you on the channel because there hasn't been any content on Capcom Fighters for quite some time. We got Will2Pac and Jimmy from Europe, and we've got a strong UK contingent here with us. So we put this together last minute, so hopefully you guys bear with us and enjoy it as well. And there's the activation from Jimmy. Tried to parry. He looked like he was actually anticipating that V-reversal there. A good offensive V-reversal from 4Phillz, nevertheless.
Round 2.
Am I at Capcom HQ? No, I'm not. I'm at a studio. No one is allowed in the Capcom UK offices. And that has been a rule for quite some time. But I do have some Capcom employees watching from home. Shouts to the Street Writer. He's watching from home. I'm working with Visual Platform, the team that has put this stream together for you guys. Good anti-air there from 4Phillz. And he tried to go for a delayed down forward hard kick there. Catching Jimmy Tekken or something, but no dice. That's an extremely slow button. It's like 14 frame startup. 13, 14 frame startup. There's a throw. Punishing that V-reversal. Another V-reversal there from Jimmy. He has to take advantage of that grade damage he's inflicted there. Because you don't want Falk getting that life lead or reducing it. Yeah, he's trying to get that counter hit into the super. And again, I'm loving the... There it is. Good stuff there. We're going to go to the final rounds between these two combatants. I'm loving how Jimmy is being very cognizant of the fact that 4Phillz is looking for a way into super. Not so much as a raw super by itself. It's just kind of like a counter hit, full combo, with punish. He's very aware of it. And he's trying to make 4Phillz go into... Probably use the C in an uncomfortable way. It's extremely fast C as well, like I said. 4 frames, so... Alright, backs off here. I think he's playing with fire, using these fireballs, to be honest with you. 4Phillz has been mixing it up by trying to assimilate them with the V-Skill 1, as well as punish them with the low shot, dash up, counter hit. Telling you those slow dashes can be very annoying. 20 frame dash, I believe Falk has, so... But it can surprise you. Good anti-air there. And again, too far to anti-air, so good awareness, good spatial awareness there from 4Phillz. And he's only got V-Trigger 1 on deck, but so does Jimmy. Jimmy being very persistent with those jump-ins. Gets the reward though. Another V-reversal, maintain that corner pivot pressure, but the activation, and he's... Okay, meatless follow-up. I like that. He might be dead. You're out. Yeah, I don't know what Jimmy did there, but that's going to be it for the first set. 4Phillz taking it 3-2 in a nail-biting set against Jimmy. That's actually a good way to kick things off. I know obviously we had a little bit of a hiccup before, but it seems that things were fine between the players, and 4Phillz is putting it on there. Like I said, these two are some of the most consistent streamers we have right now. Obviously, if you follow their respective channels on Twitch, do so. If you haven't, go and find them out. Find them on CFN, type them on Twitch. These guys are consistent. I believe, like, since everyone's had to stay at home for a while, like, these guys have just been banging out the streams. And then obviously they're giving you some gourmet games here online. I know that sentence will not make any sense to some of you, but hey, this is what we're doing for you guys right now. So I believe 4Phillz will remain in the lobby, and we're going to get up our next opponent. I think, would it be better if we get Hurricane or Broski going up against the 4Phillz? Maybe. Who you getting? Someone's telling me we're getting something. The stream gods are telling me. I was going to let the stream decide, but who they getting? Okay, we're getting Boltstrike, so I can't let the people decide at home. I was going to let the choice to you guys, but unfortunately for you, we're going to get Boltstrike on. And again, shout outs to Boltstrike. Well, it seems that people are just typing in the chat anyway, but like, the streaming god said, no, Jamerz, you can't decide. You're the host tonight, that's it, you don't get to decide anything else. But we will have Broski on very, very shortly for you guys. But we will have Boltstrike coming up. I believe I see him in the lobby right now. So Boltstrike was streaming earlier today, and he managed to get a 50 win streak. So shout outs to Boltstrike for maintaining that. What has been the highest win streak on CFN? Somebody let me know in the chat. I actually don't know. I remember Idom got 125, I think it was, with Laura, and he got 100 win streak with Poison. I think Gachikin had a... He got over 100. Was it 166? I can't quite remember. I actually can't remember. Give me Logan's Cargate. Unfortunately, Logan's not with us tonight. Maybe another time, but listen, I'm sure we can get Logan some playing some games for you guys and entertaining you. YHC Mochi got over 110. Damn. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know how you look. Shout out to all the guys that grind online and maintain these win streaks, because that's a challenge within the game itself. So, and the fact that there's a lot of aggressive play styles and chaotic and volatile characters, the fact that you can, unless you're using a chaotic character yourself, right? If the fact that you can maintain that and not be scared, because for some people, it's all about the points. For the other guys, it's about, I don't want to lose this win streak. And you know what happens. Shouts to Problem X in the stream. You know what happens. When he sees someone with a big win streak, he goes, the CFN patrol or the CFN police are out. We come to patrol and take these win streaks. I know that's what people do. They log in, they see someone with a huge win streak and go, you know what? I'm taking that streak away from your ass. So, let's see who we got. Yeah, so, okay, Boltstrike is going to be picking the Vega. Like I said, got a 50 win streak, 50 plus win streak on his stream today. He's actually been learning a little bit of Gil recently, so I'm pretty surprised he hasn't been picking the Gil. But this is a matchup I know he studied meticulously recently, because this matchup has been annoying him, mainly because of 4Phillz. So I want to see what tech he's got in this matchup right now. And I want to see 4Phillz' updated matchup knowledge here. One thing that's pretty annoying for me about Vega, some people have brought it up, some people haven't. This guy's a contender to probably be a top 10 character. Or maybe at least top 15. I don't know. You could put 20 characters in the top 15, but don't let Vega slip underneath your radars. This guy's got a very, very good toolset, and it's a very annoying one at that. I think one of the things that annoys me is definitely standing medium punch. They extended the forward hitbox on that, so it's a better poking tool. Obviously, V-Skill 2, absolute nightmare to deal with in neutral for a lot of characters. But you can do the traditional Street Fighter 4 option select against it to deal with it. But you got to know your situations and where Vega's likely to do it as well. Vega's behavior is likely unnatural. I'm pretty sure Capcom put that in their changes. They said EX Sky High Claw or something? Has some unnatural behavior? Let me find it for you. Good activation there into Bloody High Claw. Then he's going to go into Fine Barcelona, into the Aurora Edge. And then 4Phillz is going to cancel the Psycho Sturm into the CA. Is Vega dead? He's not. He's still alive. And he hasn't got another V-trigger yet. That's punishable. Oh, he could have done slide. He literally could have done slide. Oh, right there. Pretty sure he would have got it. So there's 20 seconds on the clock. 4Phillz has got a little bit. Ooh-wee. Catching the hurt box with the jab. This is something, it's standard information against Falcon. You need to stand or walk into that range, give her the false perception she can use one of her go-to buttons and catch that hurt box there. So good stuff to Boltstrike. Using that non-claw standing light punch. Yeah, so Sky High Claw changed the mid-air hitbox from 7 frames to 5 frames, as unnatural behavior would occur when certain hits landed directly before the airborne hitbox activated. I knew there was something up with this character. Unnatural behavior. I love how this thing's working. All right, there you go. Lovely. That was a really good answer to the forward hard punch there. Obviously, you can do the backflip anyway, and then if any sort of attack comes out, whether it be a normal attack or special, just press the follow-up and then get the slide afterwards. Dash out command grab, abusing the fact that's an extremely fast dash there. Tried to dash in. He probably tried to dash under the Psycho Fader there, the jump shot. And the Buster Claw. I think Falk's best answer to the Buster Claw is actually doing crouching medium kick into V-Trigger 2. So this is one of the reasons why 4Phillz has picked V-Trigger 2 in this matchup. Good for the comeback factor, good for the damage. And certain things that are very hard for her to punish with V-Trigger 1, V-Trigger 2 has the answer for. And let's see how he handles it here. Forward dashes out the corner, gets a sweep. Command grab, and he's got to guess the game here. What is 4Phillz going to risk? He blocks. So it's a very wise choice there. Jump! Oh, if he didn't do forward hard punch, he could have got activation. And the Sky High Claw in reaction to the low shot. He's showing us the tech. He's showing us what he's done in the lab, the studying. That's what I mean. Having that updated matchup knowledge. Because sometimes it can be really hard to get out of, like, you know, the previous season's habits and just adjusting to the new season of what's happened to your character, what's happened to the opposing characters, how it affects each and every matchup for your character. But because there's more downtime, there's a lot more things you guys can be doing to become better players. So hopefully when the CPT does kick off this season, hopefully we get it. You know, everyone will be an absolute beast, as if people weren't beasts enough in pools at the offline events. All right, so right now Boltstrike holding that life lead, using the V skill. He's got to be very careful though, very careful. Boltstrike is good. Like, Boltstrike is one of the best players we got in the UK at the moment. Like, he's been extremely strong since Street Fighter 4, but he's gotten, like, a lot better as a player. Oh, he's going to get the panic confirmed with the downward hard kick. He's going to get stunned as well. I don't think 4Phillz can kill him. He's going to show me the 4Phillz special. He can. I lied. I lied to all of you. And the combo, it wasn't done. I think he could have done an extra Psycho Schneider there, so. All right. Gets the Buster Claw, luckily enough. And there you go. Goes for the command grab. I believe Crouch Fierce into the start chain from non-claws +2. So you just got to be careful of the, you know, light attack mix-up. Standing light kicks keep you from backdashing or the command grab. I still challenge there regardless. But that's why I'm not playing. Alright, gonna get a lot of damage here. Spends the bar and the perfect to close out that round. EX Aurora Spin Edge is madness. I want some CPT action. I want some CPT action too. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait till July like everybody else. Alright, there you go. Everyone's just pressing their forward hard punches right now. And this is an awkward interaction between the two characters in this matchup. If you do forward hard punches from max distance, that's the only thing they can do. Just to ensure nobody tries to quote-unquote steal frames. So, and there you go. There's the Psycho Mind. V-Skill 2 has completely changed Falk's neutral kick. It's like people respect it a whole lot more. And because it's a lingering projectile, it's something that preoccupies the screen. So you don't really want to jump and fall into Falk's trap of getting the anti-air. And there he tried to do the V-Trigger 1. Unfortunately, it's too slow. And there's a counter hit. Let's see what 4Phillz does. Sets up the mine again, but he done the low. Traveling 1, that's going to be dead. I think Boltstrike was very antsy with his dashes in that game. But I mean, he's abusing one of Vega's strengths, right? An insanely fast dash. Hard to react to. I believe it's 16 or 17 frame dash. And the thing is, 4Phillz, while playing the neutral and trying to control it, you know, preventing the aerial approach, making sure he can use the projectiles. Although you haven't seen it that much, and Vega doesn't comfortably use his buttons, he's also going to watch out for the haphazard dash, stop him, get the punish as well, and over there he got counter hit. So it's good stuff. That's why you're going to see like some stand medium punches and some stand fierces come out, just to prevent a dash. But if Boltstrike does jump or dash after the recovery or during the recovery period of those moves, he'll get punished there. Neutral jump there for Boltstrike. Looking good, and there's the Buster Claw again. Yeah, I think 4Phillz, I wonder if 4Phillz knows. I'm pretty sure he does. Good air throw. Both these characters do have air throws. You can do crouching medium kick to the Buster Claw to catch the hurt box, but I don't know. 4Phillz hasn't really been doing that. Where is Problem X? Problem X will be with us later. Do not worry, he is here. He's amongst the players that were happening. Obviously, this is not offline, so they're not waiting in the other room. This is online, so all they got to do is they can do whatever they want until we invite them. Alright, try to go for the air throw. And then there's that first round there to Boltstrike. And he's just about to build CA here, so. And there we go. Oh, he misses the confirmation. I know one of Falk's new combos she can do is stand light punch into catapult. So if you land the mid-shot Psycho Kugel up close from the medium kick, you should be able to get stand light punch into catapult. But he tried to do that, just went a little bit out, a little bit far away. Slight miscalculation on the spacing. I still feel that Falk has some finicky combos in terms of spacing, which could be pretty annoying. It won't be consistent 100% of the time, so this is why your spatial awareness has to be like 110%. Gets another jump in, but couldn't convert from that jump in like it. Have we got a bracket? No, we do not. These are first of 3 sets. This is not a tournament. This is what we usually do at the Capcom offices, but we're not allowed at the Capcom offices. So we've done an impromptu stream for you guys to put some content on the network. And again, shout outs to the Street Writer and Capcom UK for allowing us to do this. And he blocks the Sky High Claw. Damn. Not many people blocked that. I'm pretty sure he was anticipating that 4Phillz, because if he didn't, he would have lost the round. It would have been 2-1 to Boltstrike. Which players are participating? We have got 4Phillz and Boltstrike on your screen right now. We've got Gunslinger, we've had MBZ Jimmy, he'll be back on later hopefully. We've got Will2Pac, we've got Broski, we've got Hurricane, have I said? Have we said Hurricane? And we've got Problem X. And that should be it today. Alright, down forward, hard kick, good backdash. Quite a few characters can backdash to stand a medium punch. So, like, trying to get a frame trap or a throw from that button, it's not really good. Unless it's in the corner, that's where down forward hard kick is really good. So, another jump there from Boltstrike, but he's not using jumping hard kick or hard punch. But obviously, he did have the claw on, so. That's going to be 2-1 to 4Phillz, handling this matchup really well. Falk's theme is incredible. I think it's one of the better ones in Street Fighter V, to be completely honest with you. Some people don't like it. I love it. I think it's really good. Yes, we do have Hurricane. Hurricane will be on later. Vega's V-Trigger is not good. You'd be surprised with the amount of things he can cancel into it now. Probably as a raw activation, it's not as good. But the amount of special moves he can cancel into. Or cancel it from, I should say. So the Crimson Terror, you know, Raw Spin Edge, V-Skill 1. I'm not sure if V-Skill 2 can do it. There's a multitude of things Vega can cancel into V-Trigger 1. So if you're talking about in terms of flexibility, it's good. If you're using it in terms of reacting to certain moves, I guess it depends on the moves. Huh? All right, there we go. Gonna lock him in the corner and walk up and throw. Good block. Lovely bait there from Boltstrike. And he didn't bait it the second time. I had a feeling 4Phillz was going to do that. And he hesitated to anti-air there. He probably could have done jump air throw, but you won't be thinking about it there. So there's the knockdown. No command grab yet. Just dash it up. There's the command grab. You got to see it. It's so awkward because some of the block strings Vega does, because the pushback, it literally sets up the dash into the command grab. And because he's got 16 frame dash, and what's his command grab? 6, 7 frames or something like that? Over there. You got a whole 20 frames. I say you got a whole 20 frames. You're not gonna react to that, so. You can, but it's like online it's preferred that people play on the choice stage. I do apologize, I'm talking to my streamers in my ear. So if you hear me talking to the voice of the gods, or the voice of reason, it is my stream team. Can hit confirm, and he could have got the standing hard punch, but he missed it. When will Gunslinger play? Shortly. We're rotating through the players. The winner does stay on. We might change it after someone wins 3 sets or something like that, but we'll see. We'll see. Again, we slapped this together for you tonight to put some content on. So we do thank you for your cooperation and being patient with us. And let's see what 4Phillz does. He's got full resources in the tank right now, but Boltstrike is looking to close out this game, and no way, shape, or form. Well, there it is. He gets a crush counter off of the Buster Claw. I wonder what 4Phillz tried to press there. So let's see. So it's 2 apiece right now, I believe. Like I said, these two have been going back and forth within like UK local sessions, the WSO Open tournament. Shouts to Logan Summer for putting those on. These two have been going back and forth. And another tournament they feature in as well, the Salt Mine League. Shouts to the guys that did the Salt Mine League. You see 4Phillz and Boltstrike in there quite a bit. And those two exchange victories and losses a fair bit. And let's see who's going to take the cake today. All right, again, just trying to adjust this spacing. What exactly is a command grab? A command grab is an untechable throw. So there's 2 types of throws in fighting games usually. There's regular throws, which can be broken. So if you and your opponent press the throw button at the same time, you'll literally break the throw and go back to neutral. Command throws cannot be broken. They can't be teched, basically. So, and they usually do more damage than regular throws. Some command throws you can combo from, others you can't. That's kind of like a short-winded answer. So, alright, gets the anti-air into Psycho Angriff, and the Angriff kills. Damn, that was crazy. I didn't actually think it. Solo commentating feels scary? Not really. I haven't done it in a little while, but hey. Right, let's see what happens. I wonder if they've already finished the game. They might have finished the game already, because they are a little bit ahead of us. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to presume if it's like this, then probably, yeah, probably 4Phillz won that, so we can't see the rest of it. We did a series on the official Street Fighter channel called Word on the Street. So if you want to find out what throws and command throws are, you can head on over to the Street Fighter channel and go and look at the Word on the Street episodes. There are 5 episodes. That is how many episodes I was commissioned to do. And you can go find out. If you're new to Street Fighter, just need to fighting games in general, there's brief terminologies. We didn't cover everything in the spectrum because we covered about 20, 25 plus topics, and there's easily about 70 to 80 things we can talk about in fighting games because there's such a vast encyclopedia of terms we use in fighting games, and I feel a lot of this stuff is thrown around liberally. So part of the reason we put it together in obviously collaboration with Capcom was just like, look, we need to kind of get people ready for the CPT. This was actually in the assumption we'd get it in time for the regular CPT season to start in March, but that was unfortunate. But yeah, the content's up on the YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure one of my guys in the back in the stream team, they're going to put something together, a little graphic, put it on the screen for you guys. So you can head on over there if you haven't seen it already. So I actually didn't see because I was looking at you guys, I actually didn't see who is jumping on next. But do remember, what's happened? Are they going back to the lobby? Okay, we're going back to the last game. Interesting. So that is what is going to happen. Seems to happen something with the last game. So they are going to be sorting that out. But like I said, we do have more players with us tonight, and they will be with us. But you do have to bear with us because this is Street Fighter Online. But like I said, with the changes that happened recently on the 24th of March, obviously they done some slight character adjustments. Nothing to completely flip the game on its head. I know Abigail got his EX Nitro charge, the run, got toned down so people don't get sent to the corner so easily. But other than that, it looks like a couple of hitbox changes and just one or two changes to special attacks. That's about it. As well as they adjusted the matchmaking system. Again, to recite the same lines, they did not change the netcode as far as I'm aware. They just made it so that you can consistently find games or quickly find games, because before it took about 20 to 25 minutes to find one game. And they're trying to make things more consistently, and they're trying to match people with good internet speeds together or whatnot. Whatever your internet connection's like, they're trying to find people of a similar internet connection so you can play. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more like netcode adjustments or updates in the future. That is just something I don't know. So do bear with me there. So what is happening here? Perfect. So thank you to the stream team in the back. This is exactly what I was talking about. So this is the terminology series we were doing. We actually were working on this from November all the way through till March. There's 5 episodes on the official Street Fighter channel, and it goes through the basic things like normal attacks, special attacks, throws, all the way to some of the advanced terminology we use, like cross-ups, frame traps. It talks about the V system as well. I narrated it as well as I typed the script as well. And typing that script was quite a nightmare. But it's all done now. And obviously shouts to the visual platform team, because I get a lot of the credit for this, but a lot of the graphics and how the video looks in general was because of the editor. And he couldn't actually come outside because he had to work on this. So Jamerz bringing us word on the street from these hard streets. Well, look, it's content for you guys to enjoy. I'm pretty sure it's not something that the veterans of fighting games don't know, but if you are new, you can go and check it out. And obviously, let me tell you this, between you and I, if you pester Capcom, they'll pay me more and do more content for you guys. So pester Capcom, say we want more. I hope any of the Capcom employees didn't hear that. I hope they're not in the chat to tell me off. But right, okay, so apparently the word on the street is, in my ear, the players carried on and 4Phillz won. So 4Phillz is going to remain in the lobby. So he's got 2 wins under his belt right now. So that must have been a close set there. It's a shame I couldn't watch the last game in the last round there between the players. But we are going to be moving on to the next set here. All right, who have we got next? Hey, we got Letoops, Will2Pac, and long-time FGC member from France. Will2Pac's actually gone through quite the number of characters. He started with Laura, went over to Colleen, tried Rashid, tried Lucia, and it seems that he's settled on Seth right now. And Seth's a big question mark for me. Seth's a very big question mark for me. Someone said happy birthday, Jamerz. My birthday was yesterday, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shouts to my mum for making that amazing cake. But yes, Seth's a big question mark for me because he's not weak, but he's not absurd. He's not insanely strong. I think his neutral game, like I said, it's great that they completely changed the character from his SF4 iteration, but the things that made him extremely annoying and hard to deal with in SF4, they are no longer around. So the Sonic Boom as the fireball, the command grab as available to you at all times, right? Because now, if you pick V skill 1, you can only take the command grab for Zangief. If you pick V skill 1 again, and you play against Guile, you can take the Sonic Boom. So the fireball game is just no longer a threat. So all he is like buffers from his medium punch, his crouching medium kick, and Annihilate Sword. The axe kick, the light version of that, it's very annoying to deal with, especially if you're trying to walk under it in anticipation of a jump. But he's probably one of the most flexible characters. Entertaining, the combo stuff's there. I think I wouldn't say there's like limitless routes in terms of combos. I know Sakanoka's been having really good fun with him. Momochi's actually come up with some really cool stuff with him as well. But Will2Pac, he's stuck with this character. Will2Pac was probably like the last person I expected to play Seth. So All right, let's see how 4Phillz handles this matchup. So one thing I've noticed about Seth, and I think this is the general consensus for the character, is he struggles against the zoners. So Manat, Foul, good punish actually. That's -10. I think he was actually in a decent range to get the EX Hecatoncheires. So EX Hecatoncheires is 10 frame startup, and it's actually a good move to throw out in neutral because it's -2 on block, and it's actually a decent whiff punishing tool. Despite being 10 frames, it's actually probably one of the better EX moves to whiff punish. And you get Oki from it as well. So, but as I was saying, okay, it's going to activate. We can get hit by the reversal. So one straight hit will do the trick. And he tried to get the follow-up there with the catapult from the Psycho Mine. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. So let's see what Will2Pac is going to do to try and reduce the deficit or try and steal this round. Yep, he tried to use that light axe kick. That's what I was telling you about. The Annihilate Sword there, that can catch people out. And because Seth's got a 16 frame dash, it can be hard to see. And if you try to do delay tech, then the axe will catch you. This Falk is crazy. He's the best Falk in Europe. He's the best Falk we have in Europe. He has traveled a little bit. He traveled a little bit last year, and he was looking forward to traveling this year, but obviously due to worldwide circumstances that have impacted everybody, he couldn't do so. So he does stream on his channel, twitch.tv, the 4Phillz, I believe. So make sure you go and check it out if you want to see, you know, excellent Falk gameplay, incredible Falk gameplay. And the first game is going to go to 4Phillz here.
Falk win.
Yeah, man. And would you believe this kid's only like 18, 19? Like, a young prodigy here. And I was really looking forward to seeing him going on the circuit. So if we do have a CPT this season, hopefully we get to travel around and do some stuff. But you can see his gameplay online. He's recently started a YouTube channel as well, talking about his thoughts about Falk, what he would change, his thought process behind certain matchups, just how to approach the character in general. I tried to play Falk, and I got nowhere. This guy, he's managed to play Falk as a character and make sure she plays SF5. And obviously with the introduction of V-Skill 2, Psycho Mine, he definitely understood. He's probably one of the faster learners. But that's what you get with the young people. Extremely fast learners. And he's definitely implementing it into his gameplay very comfortably. And Falk's one of the characters with the luxury of picking both V-Skills against the roster. Obviously V-Skill 1 or V-Skill 2 will be matchup specific, but she can use both V-Skills. Alright, he's working on a perfect right now, and this is the problem with Seth. Because it's hard for him to approach the zoners without jumping, it can be extremely difficult because he can get the buffers, the whiff punishes, etc, etc. But I think a lot of the tools Seth has, his health doesn't like compensate for that. It doesn't complement what he has to do. And Falk hits hard. And if you want to see hard-hitting moves or hard-hitting combos, then what better dummy to practice on than Seth? 925 health. He hasn't got the lowest health in the game. That is now been branded with Akuma, because Akuma's got 900 health, but he could still hurt Seth. Alright, gets the crouching meeting kick into the cruel disaster. The spin kick. And again, yeah, he blocked afterwards. Not going to risk that mad cradle yet. Didn't build the meter in time for that CA. And there it is. Oh, no, he didn't do it. He could have linked it. He didn't link it or anything. Yeah, he tried to be sneaky there with the 16 frame dash. So if Seth throws you and then forward dashes, he's -1. So he's safe. But because of how reacting can be quite annoying to do in Street Fighter 5, he tried to take advantage of that. But 4Phillz was ready for that. Did that delay jab or that reactionary crouching light punch and cancelled into the Psycho Schneider. I think anything that Will2Pac was going to do there, a CA was going to be cancelled into. So 925 health is a lose-lose without a fireball or crazy walk speed. I don't know. I understand what you're saying, but it's like, look, Akuma's pretty decent, but obviously he's got decent walk speed in the fireball. Kage's got the red fireball to work with, 925. I can't remember, has Cammy got 925 or 900? Karen's got 925. So, I wouldn't say like you have to have crazy walk speed, but... Alright, so it's 2-0 to Falk right now. And again, it's just the tail of the tape has just been how Will2Pac has just been struggling to get in. And Seth's got a lot of cool stuff. Seth's got decent walk speed. Yo, the Psycho Angriff in response, and he's going to block the Mad Cradle. And this is exactly what I mean. He's got an invincible reversal, and the overhead. Damn, I think he jumped that. Did he jump that? I think he tried to jump to really avoid the combo follow-up, but... Alright, and he goes stand hard punch into catapult here. This is not looking good for Will2Pac.
Round 2.
Alright. So 4Phillz running rampant right now, and he's about to win his 3rd set of the night here on the Capcom Capcom Play stream. And there's the crouching medium punch buffer into It's Called Disaster. I'm telling you, Seth's damage output is pretty decent. And what he can do with like the V skills and the V triggers, I like how it's been implemented into the V system. Like him, Honda, you know, Poison. A lot of the characters that came out like later on in Street Fighter V's lifespan, they've definitely been well thought out. So. And then the jab into the catapult, into the V trigger 2 once again, and the Mad Cradle on the wake up. He risked it, you know, because if 4Phillz did the right combo, 4Phillz could have been like one guess away from stunning and killing Seth. So that EX Mad Cradle was probably to keep the momentum or just to take the round in general there. And he fell for the Psycho Mine. It's going to be a lot of damage. I agree with this CA because he spend it now, you make more later. And he's definitely going to get at least 2 more bars in this round here, 4Phillz. Michael Walker to stand hard punch for the meaty. And again, let's see how Will2Pac's going to approach. He's got to respect that mine as well. Burst, yep. And when Falk detonates the mine, she does a lot, or she gets a lot of frame advantage then. She's allowed to dash up. I think he's dead. New combo, uppercut, yeah, he's dead. That is a Season 5 combo there for Falk. So after EX Catapult, you charge the mid-shot Psycho Kugel, and once the catapult's finished, release the shot, and then they'll still be high enough for you to get Psycho Schneider. It's an absolute brilliant change. What they've done to Falk, from when she got her introduction in Season 3 to Season 4 and to Season 5, she has just gotten better and better and better. But what has remained consistent is her damage output. And again, perfect example is against the characters that got 950 health or below, which I think only 2 characters have 950 health now, because obviously health's been changed from in 25 increments, right? So you got 975, 925, 1025 or whatnot. But hey, nevertheless, good shows from 4Phillz, and I have been told by my stream team that it looks like we're just going to keep the winner. They're going to remain seated. It will be winner stays on officially until somebody kicks off this Falk player. Maybe one of you guys can do it at home, or maybe one of the guys we got here tonight. Let's see what we got here. So it seems, yeah, 4Phillz is going to stay. So we have not seen Gunslinger yet. We haven't seen Broski. We haven't seen Problem X, and we haven't seen Hurricane. So it is only Warlords that remain. And I believe we've got 5 Warlords ranking players in the UK. We've got Hurricane, Boltstrike, Problem X, Broski, and Gunslinger. I can't remember who else. I think there's someone from Norway that's a Warlord, but obviously in the UK, I think we got the most Warlords, so I'll boast that. Hold tight UK mandem. But why many people hate Rashid? That's a very easy answer. Rashid's been dominant for quite some time now, and there were 6 Rashids in the CPT finals last year, from pretty much start to finish. Obviously he wasn't in the final, but he's been an extremely strong character. He's been top 2 or top 3 minimum. Very versatile character. He's got a tool for every situation. He has some of the best corner escape options, and in 2D fighters, when you're trapped in the corner, if you can easily go, do you know what, that Capcom banner looks nice. Do you know what? I might just jump off that wall and see you later. Without spending any resources to escape the corner. That's what annoyed a lot of people. But not even that, right? But there's a ton of things. I could write a dissertation on why Rashid annoyed a lot of people. And don't be fooled. Rashid is not dead. All the Rashid players are trying out new characters, because there's a lot of downtime now. And that's what you guys at home should be doing as well. Whatever main character you have, sharpen up on your whiff punishing, your ground game, your strategy in the neutral, you know, conversions, mechanic conversions, etc. But also, try another character. There's Gil, there's Seth, there's Rashid. Heck, pick the president. Pick the president, because he didn't get changed once again. I'm telling you. Oh my god. How G survives all the time is amazing. I don't understand how G survives. But I won't lament about G. He's the president of the earth. I can't argue with him. He's a strong character. But with characters like G and Abigail, I want to put Rashid in that bracket, but like Rashid's, like, his comeback factor is not as destructive because he's just a solid character overall. But the characters with a very, you know, dominating comeback factor, right? So Urian, G, Abigail, like I said, they're a luxury for the uninvolved. For me and the guys at home, which is you watch it, you just laugh and you're like, this is brilliant, because I'm not the one dealing with that. It's the players. But hey, it's stressing all the players here. Right, so have we got the Lord himself? Has Lord Problem X, has he literally graced us with his presence? I see a Warlord rank. Someone in the stream team in the back, tell me, is that Problem X? Yes. So guys, all the Problem X fans, if anyone who's subscribed to his channel, spam some emotes in the chat as he says. We're not on a stream, so we can't give you the X. We can't give you the X, but the Lord has arrived. Now this is interesting because he did a stream on, I think he did it on the night of the changes, the 24th of March. And he spoke about he voiced his concerns, or he said his opinions about the characters and what has changed. And I think what's happened now is he feels that Abigail's V-Trigger 1 might be the way to go now. In terms of the V-Triggers for Abigail. Obviously, still strong character. You just have to, I want to say, work a little bit harder. But Problem X has always been a diligent player. Probably he's highly revered, one of the most industrious players I have ever seen play fighting games. And I'm not being biased. I'm telling the truth. Because I've watched this guy just grow from the ground up. And if there's anyone's hardworking, if you want to see the definition of a hardworking man, Problem X is one of them. And he's gone with the Bipson pick. He's gone with the Bison Bucks. And 4Phillz has picked Ed. Now, this is the legitimate reason, because I feel, this is a personal opinion, feel free to disagree, that one of Falk's hardest matchups is Bison, which is why he's gone with Ed. And I think he has a little bit more freedom, better movement with the dash. He's still got a fireball to work with. I wouldn't necessarily say a higher damage output, but he feels more comfortable using Ed in this matchup than he does with Falk. And believe me, he's tried the Falk in this matchup. He doesn't like it. Now, I'm going to hold my hands up high here, and this is a matchup I rarely see it. I've probably only seen it like once or twice, random replays on CFN, but we can learn as we go along here. And because Problem X's neutral game is so intimidating, it's like you can be very scared to like assert your dominance and kind of enforce what you need to do with your character. I mean, this is something that Problem X is like, you know, highly recommends people work on their neutral game. And he's like, look, he's a huge advocate of it in general. Work on your neutral, so you get the whiff punishes, your spacing, and then you get the capitalize and the big damage and whatnot. Gets the hard knockdown and the cross up Psycho Crusher, the classic, with the V trigger too. The game sped up for 3 seconds. It's because us as the spectators in the lobby, we're kind of delayed or we're behind them. So we're trying to catch up to where they are in the match. Because they started the match a couple of seconds before we got into the match, if that makes sense. That's how well, that's partially how the lobby system works. But alright, so he's going to use Psycho Snatcher here to try and bring him in. That is plus on block. Good challenge there from Problem X with the jab into the late roundhouse. Good damage here, and then the throw should do it. And also keep in mind, I believe Bison's forward throw does more than his back throw, hence why Problem X went for the forward throw to close out the round there with the Lord. And the cape's on, so it's serious business. Cape's on. I don't have a cape, I've got a hood, but it's not serious business. But excellent defense. Yeah, I mean, you can have excellent defense, and it's something a lot of the players need to work on, especially with Street Fighter 5 being what it is, right? Extremely volatile, you know, huge emphasis on aggression, and a huge reward for aggression as well. But a lot of the time, where the big fat question mark is what's your defense like? And you want to kind of work with, you see this in contemporary fighters a lot these days, right? So you want to play a neutral game where your defense never gets questioned. You should work on it, but you want to put it at a point where you don't get jumped in on or you don't get knocked down, because you shouldn't be doing like that anyway. You should kind of treat it like the whole Marvel vs. Capcom theory, right? Just don't get hit and you'll get to play the game a couple seconds longer. But one thing I've noticed is, for quite a few players as well, is when they're under defense, it's the choices. But I feel the choices are influenced by the limitations in the game, because obviously 3-frame buttons are really good or decent. People know how to deal with them now. There's invincible reversals, but not everyone has that luxury. So there's quite a number of things, right? There's wake up CA, or there's reversal CA. You know, there's jump forward out the corner, there's jump back, there's back dashing. But it's all of them come at a price, because there's a way to easily counter them. Because in previous Street Fighter games, there's a way to bypass stuff with option selects, focus back dashes and whatnot. But in this game, it's very like commitment based, and you must remember that. That's why every knockdown, every interaction is a very interesting one. Right, so it looks like he's gone for the contingency plan. Ed was the pocket character. It didn't really work out. So it looks like he's going to go with the Colleen pick. I still think this is an annoying matchup for Bison, you know. I think if you work like really hard, like you can definitely win. But I don't know. Maybe the tools that Colleen has, they can't counter Bison's neutral game. So Let's see how 4Phillz handles it. I don't know how much work he's put into his Colleen recently. I know he picked her up like quite a while ago, because probably when Season 5 like came about, when Champion Edition came about, he was experimenting with Eds, Mika, Colleen. So that's interesting. Hell's Walk, the V-Skill 2, I believe they increased the pushback slightly. Good forward jump there to avoid the blast. With the situation entirely, you can do a forward jump to avoid the situation entirely, but you've got to be very careful because you don't want to get hit by the tip of the V-Skill 2, or you don't want to get your landing phase just punished in general. Alright, let's see if he goes for a throw here. Going for a delayed jab. That's plus on block, that crouching leading kick. Good defense here, just waiting for that slide, and the vanity step came in. I'm not sure if 4Phillz done that in anticipation, but it worked out. And unfortunately, he gets hit with the Psycho Crusher again. Not looking too good here for 4Phillz.
Round 2.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Again, 4Phillz is a very strong player. It's just that the characters he's used, or this is the thing, the characters he's using now, they just have better mobility than Falcon. And it's something you want to do. You don't want to play a character similar to like Falcon's movement or mobility in general. Good backdash there, but it doesn't change the situation. Let's see if he can get out there. Here's Parabellum. And he's going to spend the mirror into the Frost Edge. Gets the overhead. I'm not entirely sure if he wanted the overhead there. Let's see what he does. Command grab. Is he going to manually detonate it? No, not yet. There's the counter hit. Jab. And what side? Good air throw. Lovely air throw for the answer. But to no avail, unfortunately. Good moments. He had good moments in that set, but you want to turn those moments or those good pieces of play into results. And right now, they're not working out in his favor. It is 2-0 to Problem X here in this set. So is he going to change characters again, or is he going to stick with Colleen? Are we going to spin the wheel? I have a feeling this guy's going to spin the wheel. No, okay, he's going to stick with Colleen.
Fight.
Probably one of the overhead, it puts the person at 50-50. It's kind of a weak 50-50 for Colleen though. I think it's +2 on like hit, but it's like, it's just throw or just a jab. So you can kind of do a delay tech, we'll just take the throw. This is the Problem X stream now. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see. But you can see that like 4Phillz is not 100% like understands this matchup yet, because he's still learning the character. But I do like the character choice. I do agree with it. Alright, EX knee press. Goes for that meaty jab into the command grab. And then the vanity steps trying to escape. Gets rid of the Psycho Aura. He's going to activate V-Trigger there. This is it. I'm liking these throw options there. And a good jab there from Problem X. An anticipation of the V-Trigger 2 dash. That's what you got to do sometimes against Colleen. Don't be afraid to throw out like a button in anticipation of the dash. It's just you don't want to get clipped. So he done it with a jab there because of the range or the distance, right? Obviously, if you were further out, maybe a crouching medium kick would have been better or something like that. You can't just let Colleen like dash in freely against you. Lovely buffer there into EX Parabellum, and he missed it, unfortunately. He tried to go for the follow-up. Maybe should have done the stand medium punch air reset. This is not looking good for Phillz. This is not looking good for Phillz. Another crush counter drops the combo, unfortunately, there. Alright, another forward throw. And what's he going to do to close it out? Oh, I think he tried to do the that tech he's been working on. EX Psycho Inferno, where it covers behind him as well. The anti-A does. Good tech there from Problem. One more hit should probably get a lot of damage here for 4Phillz. Air throw. Avoids the Psycho Blast. And then the command grab to close out the round. Oh no, he's not dead yet. And, oh, the double command grab. He had enough frame advantage to work with that there. Good stuff to Problem X. Now, I'm not sure. Somebody did tell me that they changed the frame data on the detonation to his, so the Psycho Judgment, the detonator. I think they changed the frame data on that. I'm not actually too sure. Let me go and find out, because I know they changed something about his V-Skill 2, but I'm not sure what else they did there. But that was Problem X done that clinically, dominating fashion. No, it doesn't look like they changed it. It might have been like a stealth change or something, but I don't see it here on the changes. They increased the pushback on block for V-Skill 2. They changed something about V-Skill 1, extend the hitbox inwards when the move is activated after projectile absorption. And they changed something about crouching medium punch, extended the hitbox inwards. So Bison has a command grab, 3-frame fireball, parry, teleport. I mean, when it comes to the running, in the running, right? So some people will have Bison in their top 5. But okay, let's put this out there for you guys. Tell me your top 5 or your top 10, right? Put it in the chat and I'll see what I can read out. Because there's a lot of strong characters, and because we have this kind of healthy debate and we still haven't kind of set in stone a top 5 or a top 10, it's a case of, well, hey, and a lot of people, I put Bison in my top 10. I do put Bison in my top 10. Top 5, I'm not too sure because there were other characters, but obviously with some of the changes that happen now, they're not like substantial changes for some of the characters, but it's it could definitely change the game. So sick jacket. It's a hoodie. Yeah, it's a hoodie I bought a little while ago. Right. So, G, Poison, Urian. I don't think Poison's top 5. I've got Poison in my top 10. Personally, I don't think she's top 5. And you're talking to a Poison main. So, G, I think is the best in the game. That's me, though. That's me personally. Zeku, Akuma, G, Bison, Urian. Interesting. I don't know. Akuma, regarding what happened with Akuma, it's a case where some people had him out of their top 10. Some people had him as the 10th character. Some people had like 8th or 9th. But obviously what happened at the Topanga Championship, shout out to Takedo for winning that. Dominating fashion, by the way. Especially that final set against Daigo. Like, people just completely just came, oh, Akuma's still relevant. Akuma will never be a bad character. He will never, by design, he will never be a bad character. But he's not top 5 anymore. For me, he wasn't top 5. But then after what Takedo done, you're just like, well, maybe he is. And they changed his V-skill too, right? So apparently he's got a just frame red fireball now. The V-skill allows the just frame fireball? I'm not sure. Someone tell me that. Because, again, the changes are out, but I haven't actually gone through everyone's changes yet. I've only seen a couple of Twitter clips and, like, whatnot. So I haven't actually sat down personally in training mode and gone through these things myself. So, back to the matches here. Problem X remains seated, and he's going up against man like Broski. I'm a huge fan of his gameplay, his Dhalsim, and his Gil, but he's going with the Dhalsim pick here. Another Warlord enters the fray. Now, if there's anything, if you don't know Broski, then you're probably not on Twitter too much, because Broski is definitely, if there's anything he's polished up outside of the Street Fighter 5 gameplay, it's his social media gameplay. Social media game in general. But yeah, very strong player, very technical. Another methodical player, like Problem, like myself. Just how we like to view the game, our perception in general. But yeah, we're going to see how he handles this here. Not particularly a fan of this matchup for Dhalsim, to be completely honest with you. But if there's anyone who's got the tech and understands this, has gone through thick and thin to figure out how this matchup works, Broski is one of the players. He is definitely Dhalsim's best player, or the best Dhalsim in Europe. He's the best Dhalsim in Europe. Let's see how he's going to reduce that life deficit there, but it's all for naught because he didn't have any health to work with. The comeback he was mounting with the Yoga Burner, the V-Trigger 1, just wasn't coming back because he lost too much health in the process before he could get started. Going to be watching this while in bed? I mean, there's nowhere else you can go. If your country's on lockdown like mine, you just get to enjoy some Street Fighter action on a Thursday evening. Well, here in the UK anyway. Good EX Yoga Fire to make the EX Psycho Blast dissipate. Good counter dash. Neutralize it completely. A bar for a bar. And if there's anything you want to see from Dhalsim quite a bit in this matchup, it is going to be V-Reversal. So you probably won't see his V-Trigger too often. And he just wants to reset things to neutral. Good answer there from Broski. Lovely spacing on the drill kick. He's going to activate V-Trigger here. Problem X into the command grab. And when is the detonator going to happen? Forward throw. Psycho Blast. Here we go. Good teleport. But he literally hung himself. Oh no, Problem X didn't do anything. He just hung himself. But that's the thing. Problem X has come up with like a plethora of strong tech, potent tech with this V-Trigger too, right? But I think one thing that people overlook is when he just stands there. He'll literally just stand there and he'll wait for you to do something to try and prevent the detonation. And sometimes, I think it seldom happens now, but it's people will hang themselves. So that was unfortunate there for Broski. Alright, and there you go. This spacing is really good from both the players, right? And the reason they're standing full screen is because Bison does have the crouching hard kick, the slide, but at the same time, this is the range that Dhalsim normally will play at, right? Standing medium punch, stand medium kick, stand fierce, and if Problem is on point, which he always is, 99.9% of the time, he'll probably get an EX knee press with punish, or get the slide, or just try and catch the hurt boxes on one of the moves, or maybe a stand hard punch or something. So, there's the Yoga Flame. And then just pressuring him, applying that chip damage, trying to reduce that life lead that Broski has just gained. Alright, V-Trigger 2, he tried to backdash there, I think, Broski. He might try to backdash again, no blocks. And it's delayed reversal. Another reversal, yeah. So he probably still get V-Trigger 1 this round, but it's going to be like incredibly difficult to comfortably activate it. That was brilliant. Good jump back drill to avoid that command grab there. And again, some people have Dhalsim as the worst in the game. With this guy's mobility and just how elusive his neutral can be, I don't think this guy's the worst in the game. Especially with some of the tech that that Broski, and shouts to Arturo Sanchez. Some of the tech these guys use for Dhalsim, I don't think he's the worst in the game. If you're talking about in terms of like explosiveness and comeback factor, he's definitely down there. But by other means of trying to win around this from 5-5, good hard read there from next. I'm not so sure, so. Alright, good stuff there. Go back to the neutral jab to stop the teleport. And Broski really is trying to get out there. Gets clipped by the Devil's Reverse there. Try to press the button, maybe in anticipation of a Psycho Axe there, because Bison players still like to do that. Yeah, there you go, see? Sand hard kick into Psycho Axe. Goes trapped in the corner here. I don't think he's going to get out. Probmex has him completely ensnared in the corner. Activates that. That was minus. Is that minus? I thought it was minus. I swear that's -3 or something. I don't know, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. I don't think Dhalsim is the worst character in the game. There are strong Dhalsim players worldwide. You've got YHC Mochi in the Asian region. You've got Broski in the European region. Arturo Sanchez. I think there's another Dhalsim player in the States as well, but he's by no means the worst character in the game. That's my personal opinion. Gets the meaty Psycho Axe. Blocks the drill. That looks insanely meaty. He's going to be dealing with there. EX Yoga Fire, stays in front. Can he get the stun? Not quite. And there it is. He's got one bar to work with. Take advantage of the Yoga Burner damage. And what is Bros going to set up here? Ooh, that was very lucky. That was very lucky. Who is the character that needs the most help? That's a very good question. But define what you mean by help. That's very vague. Danke Diaz. Jesus Christ, thank you. How could I forget? It's because I see Danke Diaz playing Gil all the time. Shout out to Danke Diaz, but yeah, very strong Dhalsim as well in the States. F-Champ don't play anymore. Oh yeah, listen, any game F-Champ touches, he's just like amazing at it. So yeah, in terms of what character needs help, what do you mean? In terms of damage, Oki, a better V reversal, better V skills, what do you mean? It could be anything. It's a very vague thing. But as I say that very vague thing, Problem X is running rampant right now. Got Broski trapped in the corner again. And literally just hard kick or delayed pressure catching it. If there's one thing I've noticed about Broski's defense is a lot of V reversals and like delayed takes. Because Dhalsim doesn't have like a legit defensive option. He has to wait. He has to block somebody's V reversal, and he doesn't want to teleport all the time because he can get thrown. I know you can do the instant air teleport, but like there could be meters to keep you grounded. And even if you don't have V reversal, you still got to take the pressure from that. So it can be a little bit difficult. Commander Jesse, yes. I don't know why I'm forgetting all these Dhalsim players. I apologize to every amazing Dhalsim player on the planet right now, because it's because I only watch Broski these days recently, and everyone else is playing all the other Dhalsim players and other characters. So. Alright, there we go. Gets the drill kick again. Building up his momentum here. And the anticipated Yoga Anvil, but he misses the follow-up. Good tech there. That was a brazen tech, but it prevented the stun. And Broski's going to close out this round. Build as much meat as he can from the back throw. Excellent stuff there. Good response to that first round from Broski. So let's see how he does. Fang is good at zoning out many characters. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Very, very. Alright, there you go. Just slowly edge into the corner. Even if Bison doesn't hit you, he can actually still push you to the corner. I wouldn't say without you realizing. It's just really annoying, especially if you have no meter. Bison's actually pretty strong when other characters don't have meter, but obviously his movement speed doesn't kind of complement that. So he finds other means to make sure you're locked into his pressure, because it's plus frame advantage and all the shenanigans. And he's going to activate +4 here. The command grab is going to close it out. Game 3 will be going to Problem X. So crouching hard kick into V-Trigger 2, I believe it is +4 on block. And his command grab, if I double check, I want to say it's 6 or 7 frames. So that was like a legit thing there. So Broski had to guess between like a medium punch or the command grab. Problem X went for the command grab option, and they won him the game. So Didymokov, yes! Shouts to Didymokov. Is Didymokov playing another character? Someone tell me if Didymokov's actually been trying out other characters. I want to know that. Let me double check this frame data action while we go into the final game here. Right. crouching hard kick into V-trigger. Oh, it's just +4 in general for both V-triggers. Okay. And then if we get the command grab, where are you? Command grab. Yeah, psycho charge. It's 6 frames. So yeah, there's a 2-frame command grab in that situation. So. All right, so Broski's got the life lead right now. I wouldn't say it's a massive one, but it's something that Dawson can definitely work with. And then he uses Yoga Deep Breath right in Problem's face. Catches him with a head attack. The Problem X Classic activates again here. Trying to go for the delay reversal just in case a button came out, and he woke up with a standing light punch. I wonder if he was anticipating that crusher. Alright, no meter here for Broski yet. He's going to need that 1 bar. He's got it, but unfortunately, he's going to have to use it the next round. Simquisition, I believe that's the dojo Broski came up with. I believe that is Broski's dojo. So. Didi Milkov is playing another game? Okay. I know Furby plays Sim. He plays Sim and Falk, so I still watch him a little bit. So. Shoutouts to Arturo Sanchez. Alright, there we go. Looking good here right now for Problem X. Pressure's being applied despite being at a life deficit. He could still turn this around. But Broski is not an easy opponent to turn things around. And there's a command grab. Let's see what he does from here. Back throw. Is he going for the typical Problem X sequence, but the audacious wake up crouching jab there from Broski. Oh man, that was nuts. And he misses the... Oh, does Flame not connect from the down back medium kick? That's weird. I've never seen that before. Okay, try to catch him throw teching, but didn't bite the bait there, Broski. If he takes one more crush counter, he's done. He's in Problem X. He is absolutely being ferocious with his approach. He is making sure he doesn't get out. He's not going to cancel. He's got 2 bars and a dream here, Problem X. Psycho Blast. He's trying to bait the V-reversal. Ah! I think he tried to bait the V-reversal beforehand, but maybe he was expecting that to hit. I'm not too sure. I've been online. Who knows? He's still on match point here, Problem. Broski coming back with a vengeance, though. Meaty down medium kick. Very good stuff here. And an interruption again. Sometimes you've got to be brazen with your interruptions on defense or your button press on defense. There's no right or wrong time to do it. If you're going to do it in full confidence. That's what Broski's doing here. But he's risking getting crushed countered. That's the problem. That's what I'm scared of. Dawson hasn't got the most vitality in the game. That belongs to Abigail. And the chase down on the air teleport with the hell attack. Another V-reversal there. Despite him not hitting, it can still generate a little bit of pushback for Broski to work with. He's breathing neutral here. And he has got a substantial life lead right now. And there's the commander. Another V-reversal. He's really trying to get that Psycho aura off him. I think that's going to detonate when he stands up. Yeah, okay, never mind. Back throw. Crouching medium. Really trying to catch Broski. Just pressing buttons to need that counter hit here, Problem X. And he's not going to get it, unfortunately. Slowly but surely, Broski has made it 2 apiece here with the Dawson matchup. I have heard him say he kind of enjoys the Gil versus Bison matchup, but this is the character he's stuck with. Honestly, sometimes he calls himself a madman because he's stuck with Dawson all the way from Season 1, and Broski is one of the best players we have in the UK. Extremely technical, like I said. He has been streaming recently as well, and it's like, just his perception on the game is really good, but you look at him play Dawson, and it's like, why are you playing this character when you could do so much more? But it's because it's just, love for the character, whole character loyalty thing. So, but Broski's a great guy. I chat to him like on Twitter every now and then because I like to ask him questions because there's a lot of things this guy knows about the game that I don't. So, shout out to Broski. Oh, okay. I think he missed the follow-up there. I haven't seen him use, like, since the first game, I haven't really seen him use Yoga Deep Breath that often, man. It's because Problem X hasn't really given him the chance. Alright, there's the V-reversal to get rid of the Psycho Aura. And there's another command grab. Problem's actually been, like, pretty successful with those command grabs in this set, to be honest with you. But here's the thing, because Bison gets you blocking so much, when he's in V-Trigger 1 or V-Trigger 2, there's tactics that kind of, like, open up your defense because it's like he's conditioned you to sit still. But obviously when you activate the V-Trigger, the command grab's there, so you're more inclined to move. And there's the crouching light kick there. I think Problem tried to press his own standing light kick. But Broski's prevailed in that situation. It puts him at match point. How he has turned this around and flipped it on his head. Let's see if he can keep this up. That was a ton of damage from the jab. That's what you got to remember. Yoga Burner, any like V-trigger or move that helps or inflicts grade damage or burn damage, it's a serious factor because jabs could do more damage than throws in the long run if you set things up correctly. ProblemX is really trying to take to the final round here, being very tenacious on offense here. He's very determined to keep Broski locked in this corner. And he's adamant on landing that grab, and he does. Broski's gonna wait. Is he gonna wait? He didn't wait! He tried to anticipate something again. He's gonna take an abundance of damage for that. 2 bars. And he tried to go for the throw! Oh, I think ProblemX could have got more damage from that situation. And this is it. If he gets this wrong, that's the game. Try to catch him walking backwards there. Broski and the throw. Gonna take it to the final round in this set, 2 apiece. Broski tried to catch Problem walking backwards there with a down back leading kick into Yoga Flame. But Problem probably anticipated that again. The CA's on deck, but it's no longer a factor now. Because he's done EX Yoga Fire. Alright, here we go. Lovely spacing there. Avoids the knee press with punch with the back medium kick. He's going to take advantage of the frame advantage there. And, oh no, I don't know what button he pressed, but he took 35% of the process. He's about to get stuck. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is horrible. He's going to reset him. No. Command grab cross up Psycho. No, he's going to keep the pressure on. He's not going to detonate yet. Well, obviously it's gone now, so it's not a factor right now. He's dead. Off of the knee press. Oh, sorry, the head stomp. Into the follow-up there. ProblemX taking it 3-2 over Broski in that nail-biting set. GG's. I never get tired of watching these two play, to be honest with you. There's always something new I learn. And this is probably, like, in competitive play, this is probably a matchup you won't see often. But because our SF5, gameplay or viewing experience has kind of broadened to online now, I think there's a lot more matchups that guys like myself, you guys at home, the viewers, other commentators, other players, they should look into, because it's like now you're going to have more of the kind of like online matchups. So it's like, Dalsin will feature a lot more, Ed will feature a lot more, Falk, because obviously you've seen it. Previous CPTs during the circuits, it's like we usually see the pinnacle of play in terms of characters. So the top 10s, featuring like top 15, character specialists here and there, but usually it's predominantly the top 5 and some of the top 10 sprinkled with 11 to 15. But either way, Broski, very strong player. And he is doing his thing there. But what we're also doing is we're advertising the project I worked on with Capcom, Word on the Street. If you haven't seen it and you want to understand some of the terminology I'm using or some of the terminology that's used in fighting games in general, not just Street Fighter, there is a series known as Word on the Street that is on the official Street Fighter channel. There are 5 episodes because that's how many episodes I was commissioned to do. If you want to see more, tweet Capcom and tell them to pay me more and I'll do it. But yeah, it's on there, and it goes through the basic things of how to understand just the basics of normal attacks, throws, overheads, blocking, which is a myth these days. But it's good to know and refresh your memory, as well as some of the more technical jargon that we use. So, shameless Jamerz? I am definitely shameless. I am definitely shameless. Times are hard out here. I got impacted as well. So I'm going to plug in every little thing I can. No, I'm kidding. We just come here to enjoy some Street Fighter, to be honest with you. What is a Roman cancel? It is not in Street Fighter 5. You are looking at the wrong game. What is block? I don't know. I'd love to tell you, but I don't know. It's a myth these days. I heard it in... I read it in books. I read books. I've heard it. Apparently, it's an old folklore. It's legends now. Apparently, it saved lives. It stopped you from taking an abundance of damage, and you got to play games a little while longer. Also, it didn't prevent you from getting hit on the head, because you usually do this. It's like, Roman cancels cancelled. Listen, let me tell you something, right? Lady Gaga put out a tweet in February, said 2020 cancelled. I thought she was chatting the most breeze ever. Look what happened. Look what happened. That's all I say. Lady Gaga was right. She said 2020 is cancelled. Well, so far anyway. So, how about that? Can't you Roman cancel to block? You can V-trigger cancel. That's what you can do. V-trigger cancel allows good things, but Roman cancel, you're looking at the wrong game. You are definitely looking at the wrong game if you want to learn how to do Roman cancels. Okay, so ProblemX will remain on the stream right now. So shout out to ProblemX for joining us, gracing us with his presence. Again, he's an amazing guy to talk to, amazing player. His philosophy on the game, follow his stream. I mean, trust me, you'll get to see him as a character, his gameplay. He's got a plethora of characters under his belt. He's like plays Honda, Alex, Gil, Bison. He plays a ton of characters. So we got the other Warlord. This is our top Warlord in Europe, I believe. The #1 on the European leaderboards. Hurricane, aka Uncle Claude. Another strong player. Love this guy. And apparently he thinks he can beat my Poison with his Ryu. Everyone tell Hurricane his Ryu is not good. Just tell him that for me. But he's going to be playing... Oh, so he's gone with this matchup. Okay. So Hurricane said a little while ago he doesn't want to play this matchup against Problem because of Problem's like perception, his updated understanding of the matchup now. But maybe he's had a new thought about this matchup. Gonna try out a new strategy here. See if he wins it. But yeah, he doesn't like this matchup as Cammy. But let's see how he handles it. Gonna go for the spiral arrow. Empty jump just in case Problem tried to do the anti-air parry. And this is going to be big damage here from next. So yeah, as you can see, he's gone with V-Trigger 1, and he's going to stun Hurricane. And this is not looking good for our Delta Red member. You might be dead. No, you're not. Huge scaling here. I mean, Abigail doesn't even know what scaling is. All right, there's the crouching short. Pressure with the lights, and Hurricane closes out the round. There it is. All right, how the tables turn very quickly. That is how volatile Street Fighter 5 can be. Your lead can instantly dissipate in the blink of an eye with the right resources, and Hurricane brought it back. He was actually on the brink of defeat that round. Managed to bring it back. Let's see what Problem X's response is. 2 combos, 9%. Well, remember, Cammy's got like 925 vitality, right? And you're looking at one of the characters, a character with one of the highest damage outputs in the game. And you have to remember, V-Trigger 1 buffs Abigail's damage. So with the combination of buffed damage with low vitality, it becomes very deadly combos, and the color red is pretty much highlighted on your screen very well. All right, Hurricane has gone with that V-Skill 2 there. So this is the go-to V-Skill for Cammy now. I remember a lot of the Cammy players didn't like it at the start, but when they started using it more often, they started to see the merits and the benefits of that V-Skill 2. He's going to cancel it to C8 again. Is the big man dead? I don't think so. Let's find out. Nope, still alive. Oh, he done an instant jumping medium punch. I actually think Problem tried to do wake up command grab. If Problem tried to do wake up command grab there, that was an anticipation that Claude would take his bluff. Because that's the thing. With the meta of Street Fighter now, when you have an invincible reversal at your disposal, you are basically buffing the opponent. It's like, right, I'm going to wake up with something I shouldn't wake up with in accordance because you think I'm going to do the invincible move. And he didn't because Hurricane didn't take the bluff and he done jumping medium punch. 2 CAs? Oh, you build meter incredibly fast in Street Fighter 5. This is probably, in terms of contemporary fighters, this is probably one of the games that you build meter in the fastest. There's the execution area there for Hurricane. Try to go for the delayed throw there, just in case Hurricane did EX Cannon Spike. You're going to see a lot of delayed stuff. This is a player-to-player matchup between these two, because these guys have gone back and forth through SF4 all the way to this game. And if there's any player that gives Problem, extreme problems in Street Fighter 5 currently, Hurricane is one of them, so. Got trapped in the corner there. Crouch Spears activate into V-Trigger. He's going to be optimal with the V-meter, and he still manages to maintain the corner advantage. He's going to activate here. What's it going to be from Problem? Delay medium. Oh, you were lucky. Count your lucky stars, Hurricane. You were very lucky. And he's going to use the Nitro to get out. A good chase down. Good impromptu punish there from Hurricane. And he's got the lead. But he has not got the upper hand. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Hurricane's not got the upper hand here. Yeah, he's dead. Now, you must remember, I believe Sakanoka has said this on one of his streams. Shout out to FGC Translator for translating it. Even if you have a life lead, pay attention to everything that's happening on the UI. Hurricane did not have the advantage there, despite having that life lead. The situation was in Problem X's favor, and my god, did he take advantage of that. Guard breaks, damage output, the timing, it was all there. Listen, like I said, Abigail's the luxury for the uninvolved. That's why I'm having a brilliant time over here, and I know some of you guys are laughing at home. But none of you have to deal with Problem X's Abigail. And I say that from experience. Good whiff punish there with the light spiral. That's actually a really good whiff punishing tool in this matchup for Cammy, especially against Abigail standing hard punch, because Abigail's like to fling that out. But it's a crush counter button. It's a very intimidating button in the neutral. I did the Hurricane special and the double fierce. Flinging out the 6-frame fierce. That's what we're playing tonight. Hurricane is on patrol. doing his thing. All right, so let's see how this handles here. Both got CA on deck here, so I'm probably going to assume someone is going to combo into their CA and build the meter back, but I completely throw that theory out the window because Hurricane did try to do EX Cannon Strike. They got beaten out by the crouching medium punch. Problem X has gone back to the slow, that patient neutral game. Just in anticipation of what Hurricane will do. Just trying to play in a reactionary sense, and you hit. You can't run away from the Abigail special. He does get Oki, but because it's mid-screen, it's not as scary as it was before. Do you remember the time when he was close enough to get a command grab? Those are the days. All right, there's that Season 5 combo there. New stuff that Hurricane implemented into his gameplay. Good stuff. EX Cannon Strike. Forward hard kick into the spiral. Gotta go for that safe jump there. And he count. Yeah. Did he get it? He's not dead. Caught problem trying to throw tech. He's not dead though. What's he gonna do? He's gonna jump medium punch again? Nah, he doesn't stand like it this time. There was no CA, so he didn't have to like go for the jump, so good stuff there. Nevertheless, from Hurricane, I think he's 2-0 up at the moment in this versus 3. He is. He is. Obviously, because Problem's like recently gone back to V-Trigger 1, because a lot of the time, probably for like the past season and a half, he was playing V-Trigger 2. So just getting to grips with it. I know he's practicing the combo earlier today, but it does take a while to get back into the swing of things. Obviously, remember, form is temporary, class is permanent. And if there's anybody who knows how that V-Trigger 1 works, it is him. So, yeah, like we said, thank you very much for everyone that has been with me this evening. We still got some more games for you. This is what we're delivering for you because it has been a little while since there has been some content on the Capcom Fighters channel. And like I said before, if you don't know the news already, the first half of the 2020 season has been completely cancelled. And this is in light of the coronavirus. We just we're taking into consideration the health and safety of all the members involved in the CPT, as well as Capcom employees in general, to make sure everyone stays home, stays safe, stay clean, and have some fun. But other than that, we're going to be providing content by different means. This is not a replacement for Winner Stays On sessions that happens on the Tuesday. We might be working on bringing you one of those on the Tuesday coming up, because it has been a little while. But we decided to whip this up. And I believe I do have some of the Capcom employees at home watching. Shouts to the Street Writer. We might have some of the American team watching as well. Yo, he's whipped out the Honda. Are we going to see some Honda? He's whipped out the Honda. Now, this character is by no means a bad character. He is not terrible. I remember some people thought Honda was absolutely garbage. He is not bad. And with that B skill 2, that has definitely amplified his gameplay up a notch. I wouldn't say tenfold, but it's better than his V skill 1, right? And there's a lot of buttons you have to respect a little bit more when V skill 2, yep, there you go, V skill 2 powered up. Now this matchup's interesting, but again, it's one of those matchups where Cammy, he wants to make, or she wants to make Honda lose charge, but at the right ranges, he could do the headbutt against the dive kick. What is in V-Trigger 1? It's a 2-button headbutt free. Armored headbutt free against dive kicks. So you've got to be very careful. But I still need to watch this matchup and study it a little bit more though. But I do think this is a little bit problematic for Cammy. And Honda's got a lot of health to work with, so having that vitality advantage is definitely something you need. There's the sumo headbutt there. And a good backdash there. Wise choice from Hurricane. Let's see it. Problem was really feeling Honda earlier. Problem's been playing Honda for a little while, actually. So, it's just not one of it. Oh, no, he got clipped. He jumped at the wrong time. What Hurricane probably should have done was jump forward and try to delay the cannon strike as late as possible. But he went for the jump back option instead. I respect the jump back, though. All right, let's see how this happens here. If he can bring this back with Honda, you can definitely count me amazed. I know it's Problem X. It should be like standard for him, clinical stuff. But it is Honda. And even Honda can struggle in certain matchups, but hey, he's by no means a bad character. I will keep making that, I'll keep asserting my point. Alright, here comes a serious match into the throw. Honda's throw range is ridiculous. Regular throw and command throw, the range on those is absolutely ridiculous. So if Honda's not kind of hitting you with stray attacks in the neutral, be careful for a dash up throw. Delay tech there from Problem, and the butt slam. Good answer there from Hurricane. He's got 2 bars to work with. And the headbutt, the scoit. Sit down. How dare you? How
Honda
dare you?
wins.
He tried to use the cannon strike and he gets hit with the anti-air headbutt. Now, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the heavy headbutt that's the anti-air version, or is it the medium one? Which one was it? It's a heavy one, right? So it's 2-1. Oh, it's Hurricane gonna counterpick the counterpick. Are we playing chess now? Heavy, it's the heavy one? All right, cool, thank you. I still need to do a little bit work. So one of the things I kind of tell people about Honda is, or like in general, if you're struggling against a character, and this is what the top level players will tell you as well, look at how they're getting damage and what some of the ways that Honda gets damage. Sumo headbutts, stray butt slams, you know, forward hard kick, fishing for the crush cannon. They're stray hits, right? If you have a certain level of patience, or more like, let me rephrase that. You need a certain level of patience to let Honda do what he does, because it will end, and he needs me to kind of assert that pressure in a lot of situations. But if you have a little bit of patience and make sure Honda players don't steal frames, because they like to steal turns and steal frames. I'm looking at all you Honda players directly in the eye. All of you like to steal frames, right? All of you. So make sure they don't steal frames and be patient. And try to maintain that life lead. That's what you got to do. Hurricane's Ryu? I hope not. He's not going to bring out Ryu, is he? If he brings out Ryu, I'm going to march in that room and I'm going to pick poison. I'm going to beat him and come back here. Oh, for God's sake. Where's the PlayStation? I'm going to pick poison and just beat this guy's Ryu to a pulp. He's convinced he's got a Ryu. But hey, he'll probably shut me up here. Let's see what he does. I really want Problem to beat him though. I don't think Mike Ross is watching. You can send the clip to him. I don't know, does Mike Ross even play Honda, or does he play someone else? I know he's like predominantly known for Honda as a character in Street Fighter, but I don't know if he's actually playing the game. I know he's playing something else, but Ryu bodies Honda. Now I've heard the parry is a very good answer to EX butt slam. I'm not sure if the parry is good for the regular headbutts. And obviously Honda can't jump because of consistent Shoryuken anti-airs. And it looks like Problem's gone with V-Skill 1 here, which is a good shout. Just to kind of dissipate the fireballs and go through them. Ryu's actually quite a problematic character for quite a number of characters, you know. I know he gives Mika a hard time, Colleen, who else? Oh, some of you guys are telling me he gives Honda a hard time. I haven't seen this matchup, so I don't know as I go along. Honda players love that double dash. Of course they do. That's like 40 frames. It's like 20 frame dash, right? Has he got 20 or 21? 21 frame dash. But Honda does have like a few decent ways to avoid fireballs as well. So. Alright, there you go. Can hit crouching medium punch. Unfortunately, some of these buttons are just not good outside of V-Trigger, or if he's got V-Skill 2. Because he's picked V-Skill 1 in this matchup, like it's going to be probably a little bit harder. But Hurricane doesn't have to rely on fireballs as much in this matchup. Now there's the hands, there's the pressure. He tried to go for the anti-air headbutt, but Hurricane exploited that range. It's a serious match. No reversal there from Hurricane. He's probably anticipating a command grab there from Problem X. It's not going to come yet. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Honda's command grab, his gameplay doesn't revolve around the command grab, but he always makes you think about it, especially when your health is below 25%, right? So it's always a factor. And because the range of it's ridiculous, I think the only one you really need to worry about is the EX version. It depends on how much vitality you got left, right? So there's the arbitrary jump, trying to hit and hope. Let's see what Hurricane does here. No anti-air. He's just trying to readjust his spacing, make sure he can at least throw a fireball somewhere. And Problem trying to close that gap. Good anti-air, and there's one command grab. There's the first one. He tried to get that surprise dash on Hurricane. Hurricane's got some of the fastest reactions out of the UK members we've seen, and I think he tried to parry again, yeah. So I don't think Hurricane's used to it. Well, I'd say you have to be used to it. It's 2 buttons. Probably not used to this situation entirely, though. And EX, like, Sumo Splash is pretty fast. All of Honda's moves are pretty, EX moves are pretty fast, except EX 100 hand slap, I think it is. Can't remember. Alright, he's dead. He didn't even have to use the CA there, so. Can you punish any of Honda's headbutts with Ryu? If Honda poorly spaces a headbutt, you can do standing light kick into heavy DP, I believe. But Honda's all about like spacing the headbutts. He's trying to like abuse the fact that he can use headbutt and neutral because it's chip. If you get hit, it's over 100 damage. But most of the time, it's well spaced. Most of the time, it's well spaced. It's only if he does it like literally kissing distance, extremely up close, then you can punish it. If that's the light version. The light version's -4, the medium version's -7, and the heavy version's -12. Well, partially some of the reason that some of you guys are telling me in the chat is one of the reasons why this is a bad matchup is because Ryu's V-Skill 1 is like incredibly useful for a number of moves. So I think it's probably the go-to answer. So, but again, if he does it up close, I don't know how ready Hurricane will be. And again, to kind of parry some of these moves, it's got to be done in anticipation. Whoa, boy. That was not a good attempt. Slight miscalculation on the spacing. He's going to take quite a bit of damage here from the activation combo. And here comes the pressure. He tried another failed attempt at the parry here. No command grab yet from Problem. EX Shoryuken to break that pressure. Try and kill Problem's momentum. Let's see if Hurricane can... No, there you go. He tried the command grab. All right, good stuff there from Hurricane. Oh, no. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how Hurricane's going to close out this round here. They both got one bar. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, he got caught. The classic. No matter what situation it is, whether it's tactical or random, the butt slam will always get you in some way, shape, or form. That is the total lockdown move. You thought your country was on lockdown. Honda's locking you down with butt slam, baby. All right, Problem X is looking to take this game, I'm telling you. Nash is the biggest whiner. Give Nash an EX reversal. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. At one point, Capcom were considering that. Capcom were considering making EX moonsault completely invincible, but I believe they retracted that decision. But Nash is still annoying to fight regardless. How to use Honda, do random special moves. I mean, that's kind of like the main bulk of his gameplay, I suppose. In neutral, anyway. Alright, 100 hand slap, that's -2, but because of the range, I'm not sure if Hurricane wanted to do anything, so. Okay, and no, oh damn, he didn't get the round there. I thought the Hadouken would have killed. Shout out to the 1025 health. No, has he got 1020? No, sorry, Honda's got 1050 now, doesn't he? My mistake. Sorry, apologies for the erroneous information. Hold on, let me double check. I'm pretty sure Honda's got 1050 now, isn't it? 1050, yeah. He got 1050 health. Damn, my mistake. If he had 1025, he would have died. Oh, misses the combo, unfortunately, there, Problem X. Damn, these guys are really trying to get in each other's skin here. Any way, shape, or form, they're trying to get this pressure going. All right, there you go. There's the parry. This is the last round. If there's any time to get this parries on point, it's now, Hurricane. Gonna get the DP. That was good activation damage, actually. Not too bad. People shouldn't sleep on the damage from activation combos. I know there's scaling, but you shouldn't sleep on it. Okay. That wasn't a bad... That was kind of a win-win for Problem. He either does damage or he escapes the pressure, and that should be the game. And the headbutt to close things out there. The turnaround. Now, is it 2-all or is it 3-2? What was the score? It said 2-2 there, but I'm not sure. It's done? Okay. That was nice, though. But it's situations like that which you need to... it's situations like that where it's like, right, it's do or die, so it's literally a coin toss. No player was wrong in that situation. No player was completely right. Obviously, like, Problem had the read. He's like, okay, I'm just going to bait the DP. If it doesn't come, I'll probably do the delayed tech. If it does, I blocked and I get the punish. Hurricane, like I said before, there's no right or wrong time to do like a reversal jab on defense, a reversal uppercut on defense. It's just like you feel in your gut. It's like, right, let's do this now. Whether it hits or misses, it's a different story. Obviously, when the opponent has full resources like, you know, CA and V-Trigger ready to activate or something, and you do the DP then I question your motives. But for most situations, you don't think about it. So, nevertheless, good comeback from Problem X there, using the Honda over the Abigail pick. I definitely think he'll study that matchup a little bit because he's gone back to V-Trigger 1. But good gameplay from Claude, nevertheless. Still don't agree with Ryu though. That's just me sniping at Claude. Shouts to Claude, I love him really. Alright, so are we going to get... I believe the only play we haven't seen tonight is Gunslinger. Oh, okay. So, apparently, Gunslinger is not available right now. We had him lined up to play, but we can't get a hold of him for some reason, which is very bizarre. Because he was actually pumped to do this, and then he said, well, we got tumbleweed when we tried to tell him, are you ready to play? So, I don't know. Hopefully Gunslinger is okay. Nothing serious has happened to him. Because again, with what's going on like these days, you can never be too sure. Should be joking all the time. But hopefully he's safe and he's fine. So, maybe we should get him on the next show. Because apologies to any of the Gunslinger fans out there that wanted to see him. But we can't get a hold of him right now. That's what my word of wisdom, the voice of reason, is telling me in my ear. But we're going to have Broski jumping back on, I believe. And let's see if he's got another chance to take off Problem X. I don't know. So, who's still available? We should still have Boltstrike. We should still have 4Phillz. I'm not too sure. We'll see. Oh, he's gone with the Gil pick this time. Time to return to harmony. Let's see if he does it. I don't know how many of you guys have bought Gil's new costume. What do you guys rate out of 10? Let me know how you guys are rating Gil's costume. Who's bought it first of all, and what do you rate out of 10? There's a really cool color with it though. I think it's color 10. That's pretty sick. I think I like color 10. But I've been actually dabbling with this character a little bit more recently because he's definitely piqued my interest. And because there's a little bit more downtime, you can definitely experiment with him. Obviously, his unique characteristic, the retribution system, you know, crazy juggle potential, good V triggers overall. His V reversal got toned down, I believe. It's not so much toned down, it kind of got fixed. Because his V reversal had, like, it was very conducive to him on hit or block, but they reduced the pushback on his V reversal on block. So if he does V reversal and you block, you can press the button now. He can't like completely push your way and go back to neutral because it was actually pretty good. He's going to get the conversion off of the flame javelins into the cryo lariat. Broski with the combos. And this is a much better character for Broski to work with because of the unique characteristics that Gil's got. It's really cool mechanics to play around with. And he's found some really interesting tech. Somehow Broski always he finds awkward tech, but he makes it like work. And he's very good at applying it because one of the things you must know is application is the most important part of study. So if you're studying something or researching something, it's how you apply it. Especially to your gameplay in Street Fighter 5, it's a big deal. It still pushes you mad far on block, but you can press a button now. Like before, you just couldn't press a button. Certain characters can at least press a medium or something. But yeah, he's got a good damage output, especially with one bar, amazing V triggers, good V skill with blocking, and he's going to lose this round. Yeah, that's going to go for the next round. Gil is a better Ryu. He's got a better parry than Ryu. He's got good anti-airs. But I believe his Seraphic Wing, is that 5 frames or 6 frame start? He's got a fast CA as well. I think one of the downsides to me is, I think Nemo has spoken about this as well. He can't do counter hit crouching jab into medium, but I think something got fixed with he could do crouching jab on wake up counter hit into the target combo or something. So we'll see how it goes. Good anti-air, and he's gonna get, oh, he goes for nice frame kill there into the meaty standing light kick from Gil. Yeah, trust me, Gil for me is what I like to call reward for investment character. So the more hours you put in, the more you'll see, the more you should get out of it. It's kind of like an RPG for me. But there you go, Problem X. Get that command grab again. There's the V reverse. As you can see, you can push him back as far as it used to. There it is. But yeah, like his screen carry, his just combos in general, he could definitely make something out of nothing here, Gil. Oh, what was that? I've never seen that before. Try to get very fancy with the reset. Problem X. There, EX Pyrokinesis. There's the Cryokinesis. He's got a very decent fireball game as well, because he can mix up the speeds and everything. There's the Cryokinesis. How is Broski? Yeah, okay, he's going to catch him out somehow. Cryokinesis is very good for baiting a reaction out of the opponent in terms of just trying to get them to deal with a fireball. Because of the slow movement, or it's slow moving projectile, and it's the light version because it'll stay grounded to the traditional one, you'll be like, right, it's preoccupied a certain space on the screen, I've got to do something about it. And obviously, usually you'd see Gil players do the Cryokinesis and do one of the Pyro or Cryo Lariats to close the gap and make it safe on block. But Broski thought outside of the box and done the knee drop this time round. Alright, there's the parry into the crouching fist. And then there's the cryokinesis as well. Good neutral jump there from Problem X. Well timed as well. But he got a throw for his travels. I think as well though, I think this isn't completely a bad matchup for Gil. I just don't think he downright wins. But I don't have enough like matchup knowledge like in my actual notes regarding how this matchup goes. I think I've only seen Problem and Broski play this like twice. So I probably need to ask both of them how this goes. Because Problem does play a little bit of Gil himself. So I do think though, Gil's standing hard punch, I think that's a pretty decent button though. Because like the mileage he gets from it is very strong. The mileage Gil gets from counter hits is insane. And that's courtesy of the retribution system and having Lombard set up, right? So trying to bait something. That move slept on as well. The light version of the moonsault knee drop, that's very good at baiting a lot of things. You can use it for throw baits, but at the same time, you can bait a lot of the traditional anti-airs and then whiff punish them. Activates again. Broski tried to do a V-reversal again. He hasn't gone for the jump or anything, so misses it, and then that should have been a punish. That was a very awkward interaction. How good is Gil? I think he's like mid-tier, high mid. He's not like, over time he's going to get better because people are going to flesh him out more, but he's not like absurdly strong. It's not conspicuous because there are characters that can beat him, and I think he does struggle against some of the zoners as well. The $1 million question for me is, it's like, who does Gil downright beat? I've only heard that he gives Abigail an insanely hard time, but other than that, I don't know. Good cross up there with the Psycho Crusher, and he's dead. Bad punish? I don't know. I think Broski wasn't used to the block stun, because I think the Psycho Crusher only connected once. He's probably waiting for it to connect twice or something. I think he went for the right button with Crouching Fierce, but might be a little bit different, so. Gil, yeah, Gil, like, if you look at Gil as an individual character, I think he's brilliant. Like, I think he's brilliant. He's got a lot of tools to work with. He hasn't got an invincible reversal outside of CA, but he's got a parry, and that can deter a lot of people in quite a number of situations because it's 2-frame starter. However, it's when you put him up against certain members of the cast or certain archetypes, you then start to see his weaknesses. And then when you see weaknesses, you kind of peg them down a couple of places on the list, or your own version of Street Fighter V's tier list. But over time, as and again, I don't think the player base is big enough in terms of using Gil, of course. Because I see Danka Diaz, I see Problem X, I see Broski. Shouts to 80 Terminal, he did try him out. Boltstrike's trying to learn him. 801 Strider has tried him out. I don't know if he's still playing him. So it's like, I think he's pretty strong though. And obviously he doesn't have crush counter buttons, so he's not affected by scaling. He's only affected by activation scaling. He'll never be affected by crush counter scaling. So he'll get maximum damage. And this is the optimal combo from a max distance crouching meeting kick. Good stuff there from Broski, and he didn't block. He didn't respect the CA. Come on, baby, it's online. Anything goes. It's online. Yes, there you go. Nemo showed some very interesting stuff as well. Nemo showed me some really cool conversions in the corner. Basically, it's only Nemo. Well, I mean, like, I don't know if Nemo's made the full time switch from Urian to Gil, but I know he's having a lot of fun with Gil. And Nemo said he's keeping a close eye on Broski because, like, he really likes Broski's Gil gameplay. So, all right, pressure being applied. Tried to do the okay. Whiffed moonsault knee drop into crouching hard kick. Interesting choice. I think that swoop's a little underrated as well. It's actually got decent range. It's actually hard to punish from max distance. So. Ooh, I think he done that a little too late. He might have tried to do the raw activation to get the anti-air volcanic storm. There's actually a glitch in this matchup. Shoutouts to Toy from the States. There's a glitch in this matchup where you're never going to see it unless you see the clip, but if Bison throws out EX Psycho Blast and Gil does Volcanic Storm, so the fire that rises up, like it will clash with the projectile, but the projectile stays on screen, but it doesn't hit Gil. It doesn't hit Gil. So it will completely throw you off. It will completely throw you off. I don't know if you'll ever see it. I tried it after I saw Toy do it and share it on Twitter, and I was like, this is crazy. Alright, there you go, good anti-air. Turned him around as well to get him his combo from crouching hard punch. Alright, gets the confirm into Pyro Lariat, but the burn damage is going to dissipate, unfortunately, because he gets grabs. Does Nemo ever use Ice of Doom? Ice of Doom was kind of like the day one V-Trigger, but overall, I think the Primal Fire is way better. I was talking about this problem a long time ago. We saw that Primal Fire was going to be better in the long run because the Volcanic Storm and those Flame Javelins, they are so good against other projectiles in the game. It is absolutely insane. And what's insane is this combo as well. He's going to go into Ultimate Psycho Crusher to close out the round. I think the only person, as far as I'm aware, that uses Ice of Doom is I'm Still the Daddy. I think every other guild player uses Primal Fire. I was a huge fan of it when it first came out, because its corner carry combos are pretty nuts. And obviously, I prefer burn damage over the freeze state to freeze the stun. I prefer taking gradually depleting your health over time. That's just me though. Alright, he's going to activate. He's going to go to command grab. No, he's going to create a little mix up here. Broski didn't backdash, he blocked. Oh, damn. Okay. Problem X went for the command grab read, and Broski was probably anticipating that and jumped back instead. Interesting choice there from Broski. Good stuff there from Problem. Can he mount this comeback though? I'm not too sure. He's getting the counter hit confirmed. And the detonation threw him off because that was the automatic detonation. He tried to do manually time, but that was unfortunate. Alright, there's the Psycho Axe. Broski's got 2 bars. I don't know if he's going to do a Cryo or Pyro Lariat, the armored version, to get out, but that's a punish! It's a punish! That was a poorly spaced. It's a poorly spaced crawl kick. Why did you do that? He's probably fishing for a counter hit, to be fair. Man, that was not good. That was so unfortunate. Why does Bison's dash have invincibility? I don't know. Maybe because there's a visual cue. You can see his dash though, because there's a visual indication that it's coming. But like probably with everyone else, -6. Yeah, it is. I believe it's got quite a bit of active frames. I think if you like perfectly space it or something, it's like -4 or whatever. But it's pretty easy to punish for quite a few characters, and I think it's a very dangerous button to work with unless you got V-Trigger ready to try and activate. But even then, it's got a ton of recovery. It's got a lingering hurt box, which is pretty easy to deal with. So sometimes I feel using it to fish for like a counter hit or a confirm, I don't think it's a good idea. Because it's like, I just think it's too much of a risk. And look, case in point, Broski lost that game because of that. So he might be reverting back to, oh no, was that it? Was that it? Damn. Was I not keeping track of the score? I was too immersed in the conversation. I've seen Broski disappear from the lobby, so it looks like I've been told, Voice of Reason has told me, we're going to have one more set for tonight. And then we're going to close things out here. And are we going to get Boltstrike for the final set? Bison needs to be buffed for this game to be more balanced. Why does he need to be buffed? Like, I think he got toned down a little bit. In Season 5, they kind of expanded the hurt boxes on his Standing Hard Punch and Psycho Axe, and they reduced the hit boxes on them. There's a difference. There's a difference. I have to double check those. Changes. But the thing is, some of the changes that happened to Bison, they don't affect Problem, because the way Problem plays this character, it's like, I wasn't, like, when we spoke to him about this when we first saw the changes back at Capcom Cup in California back last year, he's just like, well, I don't do a lot of this stuff anyway. I have the correct spacing, I know when to use these buttons and when not to, but kind of when you go online or just like the intermediate level player, kind of the sort of high level player Bison, it's like they're just flinging out these buttons, which now they're easier to deal with. And you do have to understand as well, I know a lot of the characters got changed and they're better, but there's a difference between a character being stronger and there's more annoying to fight. And quite a few characters are more annoying to fight. So, probably Ed's one of them, so. Cool sweatshirt, thank you. Thank you very much. I think I had the choice of red or white at the time, because all the other colors they had were sold out, so I just went with the red. People said it looks good on me, so I picked it. Alright, so this is going to be the... This is the penultimate set. Okay, it's the second last set. That's good. I definitely know that was not Mark that ripped that word, because I know some of you two don't even know what that word means. Shouts to the stream team. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have 2 sets. So this one and one more. Are there any suckerers tonight? We did have a set. He could only join us for 1 set, and unfortunately I think he had to go because he's got family at home. We do not have any suckerers. If we do this again, which we will have discussions about this. If we do this again, we will consider changing up the character roster. But obviously, see, these are some of our most entertaining players and some of the best players we have. Honda's an annoying character? Yes, he is. Yes, he is, but he's actually pretty funny to watch sometimes. Okay, looks like Boltstrike's gone with V Trigger 2 this time round. Maybe that is to counter the headbutts in the neutral, or maybe to help out with the butt slam, the EX version of it, of course. Yeah, I don't see much. Now that I'm theorizing it, I don't see much utility outside of combos. I don't see much utility for the Rose in this matchup, but we'll see. Damn, those are very delayed jabs there. Let's see if, yeah, Problem X gets the round. Let's see.
Round 2. Fight.
All right. And shout out to these two being part of the winner stays on dojo. So dojo that Logan created. I think he's actually got over 100 members in that dojo. So. Oh, he tried to do the Matador flip there. And that is minus on block, but the way that Boltstrike, shout out to Jester as well, other Vega players are using that in the neutral. They're making sure it tries to hit on the tip, so it's very awkward. And I know the V-Skill 2 is incredibly annoying to deal with when Vega's got you trapped in the corner. But Vega is such a nightmare to deal with. This guy is another problematic character, so here comes that butt slam pressure. And good stuff there. Total lockdown cage. Boltstrike in the corner. He can't be reversal as well because he ain't going to go anywhere. But here's the thing. So for those of you who don't know that situation, most of the Street Fighter players should know it by now. When Honda does the EX butt slam, there's two types of frame data that happen on the follow-up. If he stays in front, he's +5. If he goes behind you, he's -2, but it crosses up. If he stays in front and is +5, and you see him do light hands, it stops backdashes and beats buttons, because light hands is 7 frame startup. And in that situation, it will become 2 frame hands. So if you try to backdash or whatnot, the hands will stop you. And that situation is much more threatening when he's in either V-trigger, because light hands can go into the V-trigger headbutt or the V-trigger meat squasher. So let's see what Boltstrike changes up here. Let's see. No, trust me, one thing that people sleep on about Honda, I think one of Honda's strengths for me is his chip game. Like, his chip game, I don't hear enough people talking about that. And good round there from Problem X. He's got all the Honda combos. Trust me, this guy practices Honda. And you know when he's having fun with Honda. You see the combos a lot more frequently. You know, the pressure with hands is on point. He's never afraid to buff up the V-skill when need be. And I think one of the things that makes or separates him, like Yurin's V-skill as well, over like Alex's one, is when he gets knocked down. I'm not sure if they changed that about Alex now, but when these guys get knocked down, the V-skill's still stored. So. Alright, there you go. Looking good. Gets the throw here, Boltstrike. Tried to cross up Problem X, but he puts himself in a dangerous situation here. But gets out because Flying Barcelona allows you to do that. Or Vega can jump off the wall. It's not as good as Machines, and he's going to get the V-trigger 2 counter. Gonna get the Alegrias. Alright, he backs off here. He's got no meter to work with here. I don't know how Boltstrike is going to get out of this one. Blocked. Oh no, big damage. Not dead yet. And the command grab. That's it. And that's when it comes into play. That's when you whip it out. The surprise factor at the highest level of play. They'll definitely consider it. But because Problem X, his light pressure from the crouching light kick to crouch jab, he's been abusing that so well against all of the opponents he's played with Honda today. You forget about the command grab. 200 damage, 200 stun. Obviously, there's gut scaling in this game, so it'll do a little bit less, but it was going to kill regardless. It looks like Boltstrike is going to stick with this. So. Problem low-key got the best Honda in the UK. I wouldn't say like he's a Honda specialist, because Honda's like a part of his like array of characters that he has, but it's because of his understanding, his perception of the game and what characters should be doing over what players are doing with certain characters. It's like I said, one of the most industrious players you'll see, very methodical with what he does. And again, above all else, he's an Evo champion, so the player decisions he makes, some of the best. For me, he's one of the top 5 players in the world. Alright, V-reversal's out, so I don't think we're going to see... Woo! Good stuff. Lovely stuff there from Boltstrike. Well-timed V-skill 2. I'm not sure if he can just, like, do that at will. If he sees a headbutt, can he just, like, do the V-skill 2 and then just get the follow-up into the sweep? Well, he's doing it there. I think he's done a bit too early, so... Alright. Oh, good punish there to prevent Honda storing up that V-skill 2. And there you go, gets clipped. This is it. Counter hit damage on those headbutts is pretty dangerous. They're not a force to be reckoned with. If you get hit with a counter hit headbutt, you definitely need to think about your life. Because you don't want to take too many of those to the head. And again, this is a matchup that you'd rarely see. So, alright, he should be dead. No! Oh, he had to claw off, so he couldn't get the follow-up for Aurora Spin Edge. Oh, no! Is this going to be the comeback? It's a serious match! Oh, the interruption. He was predicting it. I think Problem tried to go for a dash. And at that point, in particular situations, a dash is pretty easy to scope out. Because usually the dash into grab or dash into surprise pressure or something, that's what usually starts the comeback or the momentum for some of these characters. So being able to pinpoint and boil it down to just that option, that was good stuff there. But hence why the interruption with the stand light kick. So, is the roster up for Street Fighter League? Yes, but Street Fighter League has been delayed until probably the second half when the CPT is going to happen. You can see all the teams. Capcom Fighters have announced all the teams. Problem X has got a very dangerous team, by the way. Consists of himself, Smug, and Knuckle 2. Shouts to those guys. I think everyone's going to cook up a G. Because he's the best character in the game. For me. That's my personal opinion. Alright. Good sweep there from Boltstrike. Taking advantage of that frame advantage there from the stance change. And again, I see that as utilizing the V-Skill 2 to try to avoid the butt slams. With the headbutts. Maybe against regular butt slams, it might be a bit too slow, but I don't know. You're holding me back. Urine is the best character in the game? I don't know about that one, Chief. He's up there for me. I think he's top 5, but I don't know if he's the best. Alright, there's that stand meaty punch. Good spacing right now. Immaculate spacing. But Problem, he tried to go for the command grab. To no avail though. And again, considerable life lead here for Boltstrike. And he misses the conversion, but he manages to redeem himself and cancels into the Crimson Terror.
Round 2.
So let's see if Boltstrike can make this 2 apiece. Coming back. Another counter hit headbutt. Baker got a health buff as well, right? He's 1025 now? Let me double check. I can't remember some of these characters' health buffs, to be honest with you. Vega, how much health you got? 1025! I do know something. I do my homework. Yes! Alright, there's one command grab. Urine is no joke, but there are others who have an easier job. Yeah, no, listen, no one's ignoring Urine. Urine has been always a comeback, oh sorry, a problem since, you know, season 2. He's always been a problem. His neutral has gone through its trials and tribulations, but his overall, like, gameplay and the comeback factor, oh, it's always been an issue. It's always been an issue.
Vega wins.
Alright, so that's looking 2 apiece here between Boltstrike and Problem X. Is Boltstrike going to knock off the Hondas? Or is he going to change characters? Let us see. Shoutouts to Vicious with his tier 1 subscription. Obviously, this ain't my channel. This is Capcom Fighters. I'm just reading it out for you guys. And it looks like we're going back to the character select screen. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the action today. This set will be finishing up, and then we've got one more for you lovely people at home. Like I said before, to reiterate, there hasn't been much content, or there hasn't been any content on the Capcom Fighters network for a little while. So we whipped this up together. Shoutouts to the guys that put this together. And they said, hey, Jamerz, come on board. Let's do it from the studio. And I was like, yes! Get me out of my house. Take me away from this self-isolation. I've been alright, but because I've been playing games and getting on with some stuff, but other people, it's not the same. It's not the same. But hey, like I said, stay home, stay safe, go out when necessary. Don't hog anything when you're going outside to buy things. And yeah, try not to get too upset. It's affecting everyone. You're not special. I'm looking at each and every one of you. It's affecting everyone, and we're just trying to abide by the rules. So, Jamerz is killing it. Well, hey, I used to do solo commentary before this whole FGC thing, so it's kind of still there, but I kind of like trained myself out of it. So I've been a tad bit rusty because I'm usually used to bouncing off of people, but it's been fine. It's been interacting with you guys, obviously telling you the important news, commentating some games, because hey, you see me part of the CPT, you see me commentating rankings, premieres and whatnot. So this is just keeping us
Round 1.
it's keeping us match fit, shall we say. So, all right, Master Herc, you take care. Thanks for tuning in and staying. Oh, he's whipped out the Alex. He's whipped out the Alex. Can he do it though? Can he do it? Now, I know Problem has lamented about Alex quite a bit. Like, remember, Problem X took this character to Capcom Cup Finals in 2016, the debutant year for Street Fighter V. And ever since then, that's when Alex's crouching medium punch was like the god button. But Alex has gone through his ups and downs. But it's just, I still think Alex is a very scary character in terms of burst damage and comeback with the comeback factor of V-Trigger 1, but there's too many loopholes in his gameplay for me. Like, he hasn't got any threatening low attacks until he's got V-Trigger 1. That's from my knowledge of the character. It's a bit outdated. I think it's just too much of a haphazard approach. Well, I want to say there's no methodical approach with this character, but like, he's a grappler. And it's like, you have to overextend too much to kind of force something to happen. But when he gets you in that crazy mind game, you just capitulate easily. Like, it's insane how you capitulate. All right, there's the power bomb. And there he goes. Gonna do the air stampede +4, and I think he tried to chase a backdash there. That's hence why the EX flash chop came in. Nice, that was a good punish. And the 1 bar for the side swap? Yo, that was optimal punish in terms of positioning to get the advantage in that situation. Too bad he went back to the mid-screen though. Alex can't even confirm into a knockdown from a medium without me. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, there's just too many loopholes. And I think like sometimes like the Alex community don't help, because I think you guys get more entertainment out of Twitter highlight reels than actually winning. But hey, how's this matchup for Alex? This is a matchup I haven't seen too often. There's a lot of matchups I seldom see, and as commentators, I'm gonna put my hands up high. We can't know everything or every like match to the finest detail, but what I can tell you to the finest detail is the project I got commissioned to do with Capcom Word on the Street. It is on the official Street Fighter channel. So if you want to refresh your memory on some of the terminology we use, because the terminology has been lost at the FGC. I heard some people calling Flash Kick a DP. So maybe you need to refresh your memories on what the terms actually mean. Obviously DP wasn't in there, but this is actually an interesting series we put together, going from the ground up. And shout outs to the guys that put together Visual Platform. Obviously Kim1234 from the States, the American Capcom team. And obviously Matthew Edwards put together this 5 episodes. So if you haven't seen it, you want to go check it out. You want to tell me how good the episode is, how bad it is. Any feedback is always appreciated. Just search Word on the Street on YouTube. So much love to that set there. Boltstrike closed it out. And I believe he's going to be remain seated. And we've got one more set for you guys. The final set of the night. So I can go home and sleep. Not really. I'm going to be doing some more Street Fighter research and then go to sleep. But I believe Hurricane has jumped back on. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the online sets we've had today with some of the players. Again, shout out to Broski, 4Phillz, Will2Pac, Boltstrike, Problem X, Hurricane, everyone there. Guys, let us know as well. You can tweet at me at HC Jamerz or Capcom Fighters, or you know, the Visual Platform team or Street Writer. If you want to see more of this, like in the near future, the foreseeable future, let us know, because this is something we just whipped up together today because we wanted to put something on the network. If this is something just to kind of fill in the void before the CPT kicks up, and it's not going to be for a little while. This is not replacing when it stays on the usual content that comes on the network on Tuesdays. This is just something we done on impromptu, so we'll see it. We will probably try to expand. I can't guarantee that. We'll probably try and expand and get different players, because some of these players you do see on Winner Stays on quite a bit, but we will see. But we're going to see Vega and Cammy and familiar faces of Boltstrike and Hurricane. These two go back and forth quite a bit, and I think Boltstrike's kind of struggled just against Hurricane's playstyle. Like, these two can actually beat each other, because like, look, as you can see in their rankings online, 2 Warlords, 2 places apart on the leaderboard. Like, these two have encountered each other quite a bit. I think Boltstrike definitely wanted to avoid Hurricane today on his road to the 50 win streak, which he did. But yeah, I feel with V-Skill 2, it can kind of help out against the Cannon Strike, the EX version and the V-Trigger version, and Commentator's Curse, because he just lost because of the Cannon Strike. So that was unfortunate. We got a lot of warlords everywhere. In terms of European warlords, UK's got the most. We've got 5. And I believe there's one Norwegian. Tommy, the J might be signed his name. Shout out to him. He's a very competent BB player. He got warlord recently. I don't know who's next on the list to get warlord though. There's a lot of warlords worldwide though. There is a lot of warlords worldwide. Alright, right now Hurricane at the life deficit here. And then again, just working on that spacing, adjusting it to make sure he doesn't take any unnecessary damage. He tried to backdash in anticipation that Hurricane was probably going to do a back throw for the positional advantage. And the V-trigger is completely vanished. So let's see how Hurricane actually might get a second one. If he gets 2 crush counter hard kicks and takes a combo, which you don't really want to do, he might get another V-trigger 1 this round, you know. But yeah, anti-air, and he done the V-trigger 1 too early. Otherwise, I think another dead Cammy. So he's going to have to improvise and kill Cammy another way. Delayed. I think he done a block just in case the reverse came out. But Hurricane, again, the mind games between these two high-level players in general. And what they're trying to avoid and what they're trying to bait is brilliant stuff. The psychological warfare you get in fighting games is absolutely some of the best you see on the planet. And he's dead with the Azuna drop. Isn't the UK in EU? It is for a couple months longer. Next year we won't be part of the European Union. Alright, there it is. Gets the back throw. Hooligan dive kick, always blossom block. Vega has the worst V kit in the game. I don't know. Obviously, part of the things you look for in a character now is how well they like kind of gel with the V system. And the V-reversal, I know some people have been asking for it to be a strike, but there are some situations his V-reversal avoids that other characters cannot. But his V skills, I think his V skills are pretty decent. I do think his V skills are pretty decent. Obviously, there's better ones and worse ones out there. V-Trigger 1 has more utility in terms of combos. Nice Aurora Spin Edge, the low version, to click that button wherever Hurricane was pressing there. Boltstrike just might be looking just for a stray hit. Yeah, that's it, yeah. He's looking for that just to cancel. He's probably buffering it. And on hit, going to the super. Is he going to go for the safe jump? No, double dash. Oh, no, not like this. Oh, he's going to lose the round. He lost the claw. He's going to lose the round. Oh, no. You don't want to lose like that. Oh, man. So he went for a throw. Hurricane backdashed. And usually the Cammy special is backdash, crouch fierce, activate. But it looked like, I think that said counter him. I'm not too sure. But either way, he had CA, he was dead, so. Did Trashbox hit 1 million yet? No, I don't think Trashbox has got 1 million league points yet. V-Trigger 1 could be combined from everything, every move. Yeah, like, how many moves that Vega can cancel into V-Trigger 1, that's why I think it's a really good V-Trigger for me. Using it, like, doing it as a raw activation, I think it's poor. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a Vega specialist. But when if you think of how many things he can cancel into it from, it's crazy. There's like an abundance of things he could do that. I hate Cammy, we all do. I mean, she's just a cool character, but the thing is, Cammy's consistent. She's consistently linear. Something like that. It's like, it's so linear, it's consistent. Because it's like, she's one of the easiest characters to play in the game for me, but if you're looking for results, she'll never be bad. If you're looking for results, or just an easy way to get into Street Fighter 5, Cammy's one of the easiest characters to play. So, and the Sky High Claw catches him off guard, goes behind, he's going to be stunned. That's going to be next round, buddy. Yep. That was crazy. Cammy is nowhere near as annoying as G or Zeki. You probably weren't around the time Cammy was in her prime time back in Season 3. So, but yeah, if we're talking about this season, there are a lot more characters that are annoying, but every character is annoying in their own right. Alright, there's the EX Cannon Spike. Alright, gets the crouching beating punch to counterpoke the standing fist there. Remember, Cammy players can throw that out with malicious intent. Safe on block, 6-frame start up. Can take advantage of the priority system. Damn, that was a lot of damage. That was like 30% there. Luckily, Boltstrike hasn't got a bar, so if he gets hit now, he's dead. Alright, that's plus. Trying to go for the throw bait there, but Boltstrike abusing that backwards walk speed. Remember, Vega has some of the fastest walk speed forward and back in the game. Let's see how Boltstrike's going to hold this down. If he has to block one dive kick, he's in serious trouble. But he's got the V meter there just in case he needs a V reversal. There it is. Oh boy, this is not good. Alright, there you go. Hooligan. There's the back throw. Hurricane's got 2 bars. A dive kick might come shortly. Oh, he tried something. Maybe he tried to bait. Maybe he tried to bait Boltstrike doing a V trigger. He tried to bait something. Oh, that was close. This is tense right now. 30 seconds on the clock. But Hurricane's probably looking for that buff from the stand fierce or even a crouch medium kick. Don't do it. Don't dash that command grab. One more guess. Is he gonna dash that command grab? I can sense it. It's online. Dude. Yeah, that's good. Okay. He got clipped by the low. And that's going to put Hurricane on the round point for this next game here. To put him at 2-0 up in the set. Can hit stand medium. I believe the only thing you can really get from that range is a CA, because it's +4 on counter hit. But if he was a little bit closer, he could have got a better combo. But alright, 2 bars and a dream for both players here. But slowly but surely, Boltstrike is chipping away at Hurricane's life, increasing his life lead. But Hurricane at the same time trying to fight to reduce it. Good break. And again, I like the fact that he's throwing out the stand medium punch, the newly buff stand medium punch, the Aurora spin edge, the low version, just in case Hurricane gets a bit too antsy. Try to force something on offense. Okay, he's going to spend the entirety of the money in the bank to get some Oki here. Is it going to be a delayed button? No, it won't. When he walked out the pressure again, this is what annoys me about Vega. In certain situations where characters have to backdash, he can just casually walk out. All right, okay, he hesitated. Oh, he stood up. I think if you crouched that would have whiffed. This is mad. He spent all the EX bars for that one command grab and it's there. Low forward into the spiral. What's it gonna be? And the B skill 2 at the right time. I think that's the only time Hurricane's used that tonight. Trust me, just when you forget it's there, because Cammy never uses a V skill, it's used. I'm telling you, Hurricane has used that V skill more times in the past 3 months than he has Cammy's V skill 1 in the past 4 years. Huh? I'm telling you, that V skill's pretty decent, man, and it crushed counters. That was one of the arguments the Cammy players tried to put up when the V skill first came out. It's like, it crushed counters, but it actually is pretty dangerous, so. All right, Hurricane 2 are up here. This is looking like a very big mountain for Boltstrike to climb here. Will Hurricane close it out on a 3-0? Or is Boltstrike going to come back with a vengeance and turn it around? He has no choice. If he wants to win the set, he has no choice but to win his 3 games on the trot. Going to spend the V meter. I like that. Spend it now because he actually potentially might get another one. So. All right, here we go again. Boltstrike's got V-Trigger available, so stand... Okay, he hasn't got the claw on because he's lost it now, so he's going to have to find another way into the V-Trigger. Just find a confirmed stand medium kick, stand hard punch, anything. There it is. And it's going to be into Bloody Rain and close out the round for him. Yeah, one thing you have to remember about Vega is when V-Trigger 1's available, whether it be with the claw on or the claw off, you have to know all the buttons he's looking to buffer or just cancel the V-Trigger into. Stand medium kicks, you know, crouch medium punch, stand fist, whatever button it is, bust the claw on. Whatever it is, you gotta know, because he can land, or he can like inflict a serious amount of damage from there. Alright, this is gonna be good damage, and the positioning here for Boltstrike. Keep going for the V skill 2, and that was probably an execution error. So that was unfortunate there. Let's see what Hurricane does. He's actually been spending all of the V meter in these sequences with his V trigger quite a bit. I thought he would have opted to go for the 2 dive kicks, but hey. He's just backing off at the moment. There's the Buster Claw. I'm not sure if Cammy can catch that with a EX drill or light drill, you know? It's like minus double digits on block. And that was definitely plus dive kick. And there's the whiff punish there on the standing medium punch. Very good spacing there, meticulous spacing from Hurricane. And there you go, he's taking it, he's put himself at match point. Is that Tourniquet? It is not. It is Boltstrike. It is our Premier Vega here in the UK. Shouts to Tourniquet though. There's a Buster Claw. He's got to be very careful. He's playing with fire by whiffing out these buttons, Boltstrike. Cammy's probably one of the best whiff punishers in the game. Any knockdown into heavy spiral arrow, you can meet your demise. And as I say that, the jump back air throw there from Boltstrike out the corner. The good anti-air to standing hard kick into another spiral. Very good sequence here for Hurricane. He's probably going to be looking to get the CA, the next hit. Because if he gets it, a back throw will probably do the trick. All right, that audacious interruption. Very brazen there from Boltstrike. Good break as well. That was a very brazen break as well. He's playing with fire. Next hit will do it for Hurricane, but at the same time, if Boltstrike gets this combo, I think he should chip him a little bit more. Is he going to do it? He's not going to cancel it yet. There it is. Right, that's going to be it. And we go 2-1. He's bringing it back. He's bringing it back. Looking very good here for Boltstrike. Yeah, another character. I think one thing that you guys should probably look into for some of the characters is like their chip game. Vega's up there for me. Chip game can be quite annoying, and it's like with how the neutral pans out for a lot of these characters, the chip game's a big factor. And with the claw on, when he's just doing like, you know, the Aurora Spin edges, just sort of like jab, medium Aurora Spin, like jab, light Aurora Spin, it's just like chip, 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 and then put himself at the right range or leave you at the right amount of health, and it's like, right, now I'll go for the fat combo, do you know what I mean? So. Alright, good to air with the jump medium. I love that button. I remember Boltstrike told me that's a really good button to contest aerial attacks with, the air-to-air approach. Right, there's the back throw. Alright, there we go. Just trying to readjust his spacing, looking for that whiff punish. This is where stand medium punch and crouch medium punch can be very problematic. He's got them whiffing, but still no whiff punish. Good anti-air though. Okay, crouching fierce. Alright, there's the counter hit, checks the dash and gets the counter hit confirmed, and the meaty spiral arrow. He didn't realize in that situation there, EX spiral arrow is normally punishable, but he's like -8 or -9 on block. But in that situation, I believe it becomes +1. So when you do that, and because Vega's got a 3 frame, you have to press your crouching light punch. So Hurricane, again, Hurricane's whipping out a lot of setups that you don't really see Cammy players do anymore. So in that situation, that was +1 EX spiral. It's got a ton of active frames. Okay, try to go for the back throw there. So that was a good choice there from Boltstrike to go for the tech. And again, chipping away at Hurricane's life. Good spacing, but damn, that was crazy. Just mistimed the button there. Otherwise, he could have killed Cammy off that whiff down quick. Damn, he got the hit, but because he got the hit, he thought Hurricane was still grounded. That's why he confirmed to the V-trigger. He's not going to have a V-trigger to work with. Next hit, win it for Hurricane, and he tried the arbitrary dash into the command grab, and he tried to mix it up. This is looking very tense. Who's going to win it? I think if he gets a fist, he can actually win this on 2 bars, but he spent 1. This is going to be a little bit harder for Boltstrike here. Hurricane probably looking for that 1 button hit confirm into CA. He's trying to do it somehow. Hurricane's going to do the Hurricane special. He's going to dash in, dash out. He's going to do something that's Hurricane. I told you he wanted to dash in, dash out. Hurricane, please don't do it. I know he's going to do it. Hurricane, just win the game properly. Otherwise, Boltstrike will win. They crouch fierce, no cancel, or no buffer into the CA. He's not looking to a raw chip either. And there's a command grab. What's it going to be? This is it, guess for the game. Oh, he backed off. Thoroughly respected that CA. He did not want to trifle with that. 10 seconds on the clock. Boltstrike's got the slight life lead. Boltstrike still got it. And he can't do CA because he might do the V-skill reaction. He's not going to do it. Oh! Oh my! Is that what we're on tonight? Oh my words. Double dash, regular DP, the galaxy brain, the cosmos, the Galactus brain of the double dash heavy cannon spike. And he fell for it. Don't try this at home, kids. Don't you ever, do not replicate that. Don't ever do it. All right? That is the Hurricane, the big brain, the cosmos. It is God's will that you must double dash and do this DP at 1 second remaining. Was that robbery or was that well earned? I'll leave that for you guys to decide in the chat right now. But why didn't he just block? I don't know. No one knows how to block anymore. It's 2020. Why are you blocking in 2020? We don't do that anymore. That was 10 years ago. Boomer. Yeah, that's right. All right. So I believe we have no more sets for tonight on Street Fighter V, the online edition. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in to the Capcom Play stream today. Like we said, obviously huge thanks to the visual platform, Street right at home watching, and obviously myself. I've got to thank myself for coming out here, risking myself to entertain you guys at home. But this is something we whipped up together tonight. Like we said, to reiterate, this is not replacing WSO sessions that happens on the Tuesday. There's been no content on the network for quite some time. We wanted to whip something up for you guys so we can still keep you guys, healthy and in the game for Street Fighter V Champion Edition. Can we roll the coronavirus tweet one more time, just to let people know. Okay, so most of you should know this by now, but if you don't, here is the message that Capcom put out. It is on Capcom Fighters' Twitter account. It is the pinned tweet. This is the information regarding the CPT. The first half of the CPT is no longer happening. We are going to be in assumption that this thing will, stop spreading or be solved. Then we are looking forward to the second half of the season, which will be happening in July. But just prepare for the worst case scenario and expect probably not many events in the second half to happen. I don't want to burst any bubbles, but you've got to be pragmatic. You've got to be realistic about this. And this is very serious. And I've said this before. Stay safe, stay clean, and we can still have fun. This is content we're trying to provide you guys to just fill in the gap and make sure you get your Street Fighter feel, because there's no action on the weekends for Street Fighter 5 for quite some time as well. So yeah, make sure you give that a read on there or on the Capcom Fighters Twitter account. And then again, just make sure they're trying to make sure everyone stays safe and everyone stays healthy, because this COVID-19 is a very serious pandemic. And also, as well, is that going to be it? There we go. We got the graphic on the stream one more time. This is a project that myself and the visual platform team put together. It was actually concluded at the start of this month, actually. There's 5 episodes on the official Street Fighter channel known as Word on the Street. Some people think I should do ASMR, which I'm not going to do that because of this series, but it's just going over refreshing people's memory, or anyone that wants a healthy introduction in terms of the terminology to fighting games. There's a 5 episode going over some terminology we use, from basics to more technical jargon, and it provides examples as well. Shout out to the editor Mark and Richard from Visual Platform for helping me put this together as well. Alright, so on that note, I gotta love you and leave you. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, once again, shout out to Problem X, Hurricane, Boltstrike, 4Phillz, Will2Pac, Broski. We couldn't get a hold of Gunslinger, and everyone else that participated tonight. I know I'm missing someone. Obviously, Afro saying can join us. Shout outs to Jimmy as well. He joined us as well. We had a lot of consistent streamers come and join us for tonight. Like I said, let us know on Twitter or any sort of forms of social media. Myself at Jamerz, at Capcom Fighters, at Visual Platform, saying can we see this again on a frequent basis, something like that. And we will have discussions after the stream is concluded to see if we should continue doing this. And this can coexist with Winner Stays On, but we'll see. Like I said, guys, take care, stay clean, stay safe. We'll see you next time. Take care.